podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You seen what he did on Facebook, right?
Listen, I'm gonna make a motherfucking emoji like this, look.
Beyonce production.
ThaBoxingvoice.com. All the guys want, I want what Mayweather got. I want what Mayweather got. You done bust your ass like Mayweather.
It was born to fight.
My life has always been a fight.
I sacrificed a lot to get to where I got to.
You don't think you're being overly critical to a guy that took a body shot and didn't go down?
That's no pressure. That's just my style. My style is to dominate. I want to get the guy. I want to stop the guy. You know, my motto is man down.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Why you mad?
I'm not saying the man can't take a body shot. Wait for motherfucking March.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your champion, IBF champion. Shout out to all my IBF champions, Earl Spence, Anthony Joshua, Caleb Truax. You know, who won that IBF in the 140 yet? Oh, Mikey Garcia. You know, shout out to all us IBF champions out there. I am your champion and host, Nesta Gibbs. I am IBF champion of Border Wars heavyweight division, and that's what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Border Wars. This year, I'm not involved, so I'll just say that right away so that no one thinks that I'm going egotistical and jumps out right in the beginning of the show. I'm absolutely not involved. We couldn't find someone brave enough to take this title away, so I'm gonna be just commentating. We're gonna step it up 100%. There will be live commentating. There will be an official referee. This year's Border Wars attendees will be sponsored with uniforms and possibly gloves, headgear, and protective gear. I mean, all the stops have been pulled out. Shout out to all the participants that signed up. As you can see, we have about 8 fights on the card and a couple of returnees. We have a huge unification bout, which is going to be our main event. It's going to be the WBC champion, Jose El Loco Sands. He is 2-0 in his Border Wars career. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, those tuning in being critical, these are guys that have never stepped in the ring, and since joining TBV's Border Wars have significantly lost tremendous, just a bunch of pounds of weight, okay? So much weight. I mean, today I have a message to send to Canadian WBC champion coming directly from Cruz. I'm sure that Eric Cruz, his challenger and / champion himself, he is the Ring Magazine world champion. Eric, son of God Cruz, for those that don't know him, know he is a pastor, a legitimate pastor turned Border Wars boxer. So yeah, I mean, we're doing all things here. We're pulling out all the stops. We have our first unification bout in only our 3rd season, and we're trying to step it up. We got Jared versus Doomsday, Angelo Habib versus Donald Banks, and we're gonna stop there and actually get into our panelists, co-hosts, and one of our very own attendees. Now, he's 1-1 in Border Wars, so we'll see just how he's feeling, and is he up for the task? Because let me tell you, this unification bout taking place with El Loco Sands and son of God Eric Cruz is at 185, a weight class that our very own co-host Doomsday Lioness will be campaigning at. But heading on out to the Golden State, the Hippity Hipster. 0-2 Hippity Hipster.
Beyonce production.
This is a beautiful performance against a very tough guy in Michael Johnson. How do you feel about it?
Fuck that. Conor McGregor.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
You know me, Larry. From a wicked entrance, from a flip over the rock into a knockout. When the main thing is, I just hope the guy, I wish.
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes. Your haters
Ness has the belt. Doomy's here. All of a sudden, it's gonna be a good show. I can't wait. We're gonna have a bunch of the fighters call in. It's gonna be a good one. Obviously, I'm not fighting this year. I'm taking a break due to some personal reasons. But I will be announcing. We're gonna be upping the production quality. And it's already been a lit show. Like I said, Ness already has
word has it.
Ness, you've been talking for like 10 minutes, man. Come on. I said something for 30 seconds. You cut me off. What are you doing?
I'm the antagonist.
What are you doing here, fam?
Antagonizing.
Come on.
What do you want?
Word has it. Your team said you got to take a year off.
No, that's not what was said at all. If anything, I didn't tell my team I wasn't involved till very late. I told the production team for Border Wars and the behind the scenes team and the promotional company way before I told my own personal team. So that's actually beside the point. But anyways,
like Takashi 6ix9ine and shit. Nobody knows who showed up but you because you told the production company behind the scenes.
Exactly. And anyway, it's already been a lit show. Doomy's been smacking his lips on a hot mic this entire time. Let's go.
We are ready. We are. Let's go out to co-host and Border Wars participant, 1-0 fighter, Alexander Lioness, a.k.a. Doom. Oh, whoa.
I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Lynch the conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. Get up!
Yes, Doomy is back. I don't know about these guys right here. One is taking off. The other one got no opponent. I don't know. People say Young Ali, Boumaye. They want him back, but he over here holding the belt all shiny, taking care of it. But it ain't doing much over there. Ness. Where are these opponents for Young Ali?
Taking pictures and kissing babies, baby. That's what I'm
Look at that. Look at that. For all you would-be challengers, you could be holding that belt on your shoulder right now. Challenge the crown, man. Stop playing. Yeah, Maddie, I know you mentioned my weight. I know it was an issue, trying to reach that 175. I made some mistakes on my camp. Started a little too early, but I'm going to make those adjustments for this go-around. That's the music Maddie should be playing every time he sees his fight. But
you. Okay.
But yo, check it right. This is a 185-pound fight, and Jose Sanz and his Bobby Aaron Promotions have actually even made it so that I can even
come in at 195.
Stuff, but being as though I like challenges, I like to challenge myself, and I think that 185 is feasible. I'm going to do this the right way. I'm not going to start too early. I'm not going to peak too early. You know what I mean? I'm going to do this the right way. And I'm going to make this 185 for redemption of my name. Even though I could come in at 195, I'm going to come in at 185.
Listen, if you really want to have some redemption, I think you need to follow Eric Cruz, who's already sent me screenshot that he's 189, which means that it is the 3rd month. The fight is in the 7th month. He has 120 days to maintain, pack on muscle.
That's hard.
No, it's not.
Listen, when you're not a fighter and you're living a regular life.
He was overweight, Doomsday.
I'm not saying he was, because the overweight pounds shed off quickly. What I'm saying is the maintenance of it. You don't want to start too early and then you peak too early and then you want to slack off for a month and then you're coming in all fucked up like I did. Because that's what I did. My body peaked out. I took
Cruz are totally different. Cruz,
no, we're not.
Cruz is disciplined. You are not.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him maintaining it and making it a lot harder for himself. But if he feels like, he could be without his tortillas and tacos for fucking 4 months, 5 months, then go ahead, bro. All power to you.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't got nothing much to say about Maddie and Young Ali, man.
We could talk about me, but I don't want to make it about me. You know what I mean? It ain't about me.
All right, so who else is on the card? Let's
unification match. That's what we need to be talking about. We need to be talking about Eric Cruz. And the reason that you're even a topic on that conversation is because you're supposed to make the 185-pound weight limit, which could possibly, depending on sanctioning bodies, maybe line you up for one of these guys for the winner. But, you know, you're so undisciplined that I think we should switch the focus strictly to the main event. Two guys daring to be great, putting it on the line. I mean, for Cruz, I don't know. You know, I gotta be honest, Matt. I have to always play the devil's advocate. I gotta play multiple sides. Unfortunately, until we start finding, you know, other people that can take those, you know, angles, because Cruz won his title at heavyweight. So applaud him. Applaud him, because he is now today 185 pounds or 89 pounds. That, I mean, if you want to see his toes, I could obviously screen share it, but, you know, he's at 189.4. You know, like I said earlier, Matt, we're talking 4 months to tone up and just work now on technique, which you and I both know Cruz is crude. I mean, he's gotten here this far on natural talent. Am I right or am I wrong?
He's a little bit of a bar brawler with natural talent, you know, Tank Abbott, you know, in a sense.
Tank Abbott, remember that?
Yeah, I mean, like he is. Like
yeah, perfect description. Tank Abbott, he'll just pulverize you.
Eric Cruz has no jab, really, but he throws these really nice counter hooks. He has a great sense of timing, a great sense of distance naturally, and that saves him a lot of times. But like you said, he went up to heavyweight, and he got a standing 8 count at heavyweight against Zach. A guy that you outclassed, Ness. So I mean,
yeah, but that proved his chin, though, right? Like, I mean, he was able to go down and go back and keep going, or standing 8 count, you know, is considered a knockdown, but he was able to continue and win, come from behind and win. That's adversity. That's Anthony Joshua like. That's Deontay Wilder like. That's suffering adversity in front of a crowd and showing that you could come back.
I am talking about skill. I'm talking about the fact that he was able to get hit enough to get a standing 8 count against Zach. What do you think a guy like Jose, who actually is quite skilled, who has natural talent himself, who has great,
he is light on his feet to be a Canadian.
I mean, think about before, obviously the DQ in the last fight with Enrique, he was hitting Enrique with some shots. That's ignored a lot of times, but he was catching him.
Definitely was.
I think Jose can dance around Eric. Eric would leave his hands down a lot, and he will get hit with a jab, a nice jab, and Eric doesn't have a jab to counter that with. It's gonna be
now. Jose has a jab, but he's so undisciplined himself when it comes to technique, or because his wife has had, you know, some sort of attraction to Sergio Martinez. They've even kissed on the lips. I'm letting all the secrets out the bag here. Maybe he's decided to mimic his style after Sergio, and that's why he keeps his lead left hand down so low. Because, yes, he was popping his past opponents with, let's say, double jabs, which impressed me. He would double up on the jab, but then it would always end up past his waist. And with a puncher like Cruz, you don't want to do that, because he'll eat your jab to land that right.
What I'm saying is this, on this fight particularly, I'm going to have to give Jose El Loco Sanz the movement. I believe that El Loco has the movement to make Eric work, make him chase him, because we know that Eric's work is in the center of the ring. He likes to fucking trade. He likes to throw hard shots. And I'm just kind of curious as to, you know, Eric's thought on this fight, if he's, you know, sleeping in Jose. Or is he going to adjust a little bit to that movement? Because, you know, if you're out there moving around and you're trying to catch somebody and you're not used to like chasing him down, you just want somebody to lock up with you in the middle of the ring like 2 Rams. I don't think it's going to happen with Jose. I think Jose's going to go ahead and give him that movement. You've seen the in and out movement that he has, sort of like a taekwondo sort of thing that he goes in and out.
Do me. Think about this. When Eric Cruz fought Angelo Habib did not fight on the back foot. Angelo tried making it a fight, whiwhich was definitely to his detriment. You know, I think Jose would be smart enough to not do that.
And I want to say that's where Cruz really made his mettle, because he took on a 5-0 opponent with amateur background, even some sort of regional titles. Angelo Huracan did win, who will be back on this card, taking on our very own caller. He's been calling in for quite some time now. You know him as Donald from Richmond, California. So Donald will be taking on Angelo Huracan Habib. And that is going to be on Border Wars Season 3. I do want to say, look, man, Cruz, he has the eraser. It's the bottom line. And when we think of resume, and I'm a resume guy, you know, Habib has more accolades, more experience than Jose. He actually, for those just tuning in, happens to be Jose's coach. So Cruz already has the confidence going in like, hey, Baba, I beat your master, all right? I beat the guy that teaches you. And then on top of that, in the interim, he moves up to heavyweight and beats up a guy. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it beat up because he suffered a standing 8. There was some shots. I mean, Matt, I see you making some faces. What do you hear that you don't like?
I understand he moved up to heavyweight, but I mean, like, come on, like it's like Roy Jones moved up to heavyweight, but he didn't fight the best heavyweight. You know, Eric Cruz moved up to heavyweight, but he called out you, and he backed out from that. So he called out the best heavyweight.
I wouldn't say he backed out because I could go down that route and help you with that narrative, but I wouldn't say he backed out. You know, I would say more along the lines, I felt like it wasn't
agreed. Okay, agreed.
The right fight at the time for the both.
Tabling that, putting that to the side. Again, I'm not gonna applaud him for going up to heavyweight and fighting Zach.
Ooh. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Because we all thought Zach was the worst boxer of the group. We all thought,
who's we?
But we also never said Cruz. Wait a minute. But we've also never said Cruz is the most skilled.
No, but we thought he would. We didn't think he was gonna get a standing 8 against that.
Nah, he didn't expect. Look, we all didn't expect fucking Zach the Mack truck fucking coming at this motherfucker. Just turned up. Hey, shout out to Zach because you did turn up on that.
Really quick, he's coming back. Let's announce his fight. He's coming back. You know, coming off of 2 back-to-back losses. So you know what? Let's get out the good old applause. You know, because guess what? Fucking Zach Mac Daddy Kramer is gangster.
No, he has heart. I love Zach.
He gets the Tekashi 6ix9ine Gangster Award. Why? Because he's come to a country 2 times, you know, without knowing what to expect, facing 2 decent level names in the TBV realm. Eric is significantly known. I am the host. And now he's back for a 3rd season. And he's going up against another battle-tested heavyweight. Another guy who's put his medal on the line. A guy that gave up 40 pounds in his last heavyweight fight and still made it an entertaining fight. Candidate for fight of the night, for sure.
Yeah,
Santiago, the silent killer, is back versus Zach Mac Daddy Kramer. I'm going to be the first one to say,
get hyped.
I love this fight. Both guys coming off a loss. Both guys need this win. Not a crossroads. I wouldn't call it that, but definitely what both men need at this point in their Border Wars career.
Both guys need a win. I think that cannot be understated here.
I mean, you know, yeah, I think Zach probably has a little more pressure, being as though he's been in more Border Wars than Santiago. But
that's bad. If he goes, that's really. I don't think he comes back.
Now I don't know, man. He's been coming back, bro. This is what allows me to see what a guy's really made out of. You see, it's easy to win and come back. You know what I mean? This guy's been losing, and he medals up. Goes back to the drawing board and he comes back.
Buys expensive gear. Let's not forget he lost to me. Then he comes back with the Manny Pacquiao's and gets a fucking knockdown versus someone we counted him out. He was like a fucking 6-1 underdog versus.
Yep.
And also, I will say this: he definitely showed improvement from fight to fight. He did. That cannot be understated as well. I have to give him that.
Really quick in the chat, we have Info Joe saying. It's a 50-50 fight, Zach versus Santiago. So now, how do we figure out who's the A side here? Is Zach because he's automatically Team Canada and they have this popularity because they have a champion and a captain, right? Or the captain is their champion. These guys travel, you know, they're flamboyant, they're flashy, they're renting big time hotels, they're flying country to country. Every season they bring more people. Is Zach the A side or is it Santiago who's team TBV? He's been on some of even, you know, man, what's that? It's been a long time since you guys done what? TBV?
Oh.
What's it called?
Make and Bake. We did one like last month. It's a monthly show. Like we can't get together, all of us together all the time.
I don't know, man. I was trying to help Santiago. You make a case. He's your buddy.
We don't care.
Ooh.
Why would we give a fuck about
You want the underdog status.
I think Santiago is always going to be the perpetual underdog, and that will never phase us. We were the underdog the first time. We're going to be the underdog this time. We'll continue to be the underdog. We'll continue to put on great fights. Because I think Santiago put on one of the better fights of the evening. I think the crowd was completely hyped for his fight, more so than a lot of other ones, including Doomy's. So I think Santiago's going to put on another great performance. I think he's going to go out there and beat up a guy that's less skilled than him. Doesn't know the ins and outs of boxing, doesn't have the footwork.
Now, Matt, this is you as a promoter or you as a co-host? Because
promoter, not analyst, promoter. Promoter hat. Sorry, I should that.
Switch that backwards hat.
But I think Santiago is just the better overall boxer here. Zach is obviously the better athlete.
But honestly speaking, can you put together a highlight reel for Santiago the way you could put together for Zach?
Yeah, probably.
Zach got a highlight reel, baby. Zach probably landed 1 or 2 shots on me. Almost, you know, he got a standing 8 on Cruz.
He didn't land anything on you. We definitely have seen Santiago put in the work. I mean, come on. We've seen Santiago fight Chris.
By far, the best body work of the last Border Wars, to me.
Definitely agree with that. Also, I mean, there was no footage of this, but you can ask anyone that was there at the gym that day. Fern, Iron Sal, Chris, everyone. When Santiago went against Chris who beat me up, Chris who beat Info Joe up. Info Joe got a win. Let's not forget that. Santiago went toe-to-toe.
Damn good win. Fucking Info Joe. You look like a 20-year-old guy in there, brother.
Let's not forget that Santiago went toe-to-toe with Chris, a former amateur, and put that.
Going toe-to-toe and actually winning is something different. But really quick, from our chat, we got Jesus Cardenas says Matt needs clenbuterol to win. Yo, whoever ships Matt some, send me some, bro. I need to pack on some muscle. All right, so our next fight that we need to discuss is, I guess we could go into Angelo and Donald Banks a little bit more. I mean, we've really given all that we know. Angelo took off some time after his loss to Cruz, so he's coming back off a loss. This is Donald's first time in Border Wars. This is season 3, ladies and gentlemen. You go head on back to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice and check out all the past Border Wars footage from season 2 and 1, as well as here on YouTube. You know, just put in the word Border Wars and see what pops up. Plenty of content to get yourself all up to date on the slew of fighters that we have. But Donald Banks is a rookie with some experience, Matt. He is in California. Are you going to make a gym visit, Mark Kriegel style, and see what this young man has to offer in his fight with Angelo Habib Huracan?
Yeah, I would definitely do that. I have Donald's number. We've communicated.
I hear he trains at Gerald Washington's gym too.
Yes, that is what I've heard.
So that's the Cali fan, Donald Banks.
Aaron Cantu is actually pretty good. I'm not going to say friends with Gerald Washington, but they have a relationship. So that shouldn't be an issue to get in there and have some good time with Donald and put out like a camp life sort of.
I haven't seen no footage on Donald. I don't know who Donald.
From the chat, Mixed Combat Radio, pick me or Ness. Either will shave that ponytail off. Matt asking for I thought he was taking the season off. Doomsday looking like he's cherry picking. He wants a Georgie Porgy.
Yo, I can cherry pick Georgie Porgy any day of the week. That won't be. I will fly to Boston to kick that ass.
Oh, Georgie, sign up. Too late. You did what all weak guys do. They wait till the fight is signed with someone else to then ask for a fight. But continue, Matthew.
I don't think I was talking. I think Doomy was talking.
Oh, Doomy.
Doomy was just saying how I really don't have no information or like sight view on Donald. I've never seen him punch or nothing like that, so I can't really say much about him. I don't know if you guys have seen some footage on him or.
I mean, he sent me a couple Facebook clips, and we have a couple Facebook Messenger conversations.
Okay.
And you know, he said he has limited experience. He goes to the gym more to visit with his daughter. His daughter trains, so he might be like a coach. You know, coaching his daughter and staying in shape to stay healthy. You know, but he has done some sparring. He's ever since Border War started, he's always said that, you know, he could fight anywhere from 160 to 147, but he's always kind of leaned toward the 147 side. That's where he feels, I guess, at his best. But he is an older man. I want to say he's 38. I can be wrong.
I know he got the manpower.
I know he's in his late 30s. He seems to be in shape. I'm friends with him on Facebook as well, Ness. He does post like, you know, workout pictures here and there. He does seem like he's in shape for a guy that age. You know, we've seen guys like Mitty, who's, you know, in his mid 30s, and he's in tremendous shape. So I don't think age should be that much of a factor at this point. Angelo is probably gonna be the smaller guy from what it looks like. Again, I have to see more of Donald and what he, like Doomy says, how he punches, how he does in the ring, how he spars.
Well, if you're Team Canada, if you're Angelo's advisor, manager, and promoter, you're looking at this as a good thing. You know, you get your guy to come over to the U.S., get some exposure, and no disrespect to Donald, but even when I step in the ring, my age is a factor, and so is his. Angelo's the younger guy. He's active. I mean, any early predictions, or is it?
I mean, as the board stands now, I'm you know, until I see something from Donald. You know, I've seen Angelo. I know he's you know, he has his amateur fights. He has his I think he's had some amateur titles, or I'm not too sure of that, but he's definitely a skilled fighter. I think he kind of slept on Eric that one go around, which cost him. If he would have played the part of, instead of being the push, you know, the pusher, if he would have just backpedaled a little bit, boxed a little bit, he would have had a better chance against Eric. But, you know, he thought he could go up against the Terminator, and it made him look bad. So, you know, coming around and fighting somebody that's his weight. I mean, I know Shandu, he fought Shandu, and Shandu was, you know, he's inexperienced. He actually had a lot of courage getting in there with an amateur. So I didn't give him too much credit.
I didn't give him
too much credit on that fight. So he, depending on how Donald moves and how he's looking,
just give a little backstory, Doomsday, before you close out on Shandu, for those that, you know, because we're all the way in season 3.
Yeah,
so people need to know what Shandu represents, who he was, and you know, and then I will fill in the blank that he was offered a rematch with Angelo Huracan and an opportunity with Matthew.
Oh, and a Warren fight. He was
and a title shot with Warren.
That's right. Yeah, we
remember this guy has multiple jobs, works in New York City, you know, and he
bikes like 20-30 miles a day. I don't even know, but I mean, look, he made it down to Florida. We were real happy to have Shandu down there, cool as hell, from NY, for those of you who don't know Shandu. And he stepped in there with an amateur, you know, off the couch type thing, you know what I'm saying? Straight in there with an amateur. And I feel that Shandu would have done even better too. It's just like it says, you step in there, and if you haven't worked out your kinks in sparring, and if you haven't really worked on things, this is one of the things that might have maybe cost him an early fight, was, you know, the amount of rounds that you spar, the amount of ring time that you guys need, and it's necessary. You got to work in the ring. I don't know how Cruz does it. Sometimes we be seeing him in.
Cruz is a phenomenon, though. Like, he's an anomaly. He goes in there, he has limited sparring, and still gets big time wins. That's why Jose is in for a tough fight.
He is. Jose, man. I hope you're eating your Wheaties and practicing on some power punches yourself, because in order to really back down a guy like Eric, you got to let him feel it. If not, trust me, he's going to jump on your ass, and all you're going to have is a zombie in front of you. And Zach was able to push him back.
But remember, we've never had a fully focused Eric, son of God, Cruz. And I'll give you backstory as to why. Season 1, Angelo Huracan, the more experienced, declarated amateur, and I say declarated because he's won titles and awards. He was a late replacement for Cruz. Cruz found that out maybe, I don't know, 4 weeks before, 3 weeks before.
No, Ness, you are forgetting it. Me and Eric had no opponent when we were in Florida. Angelo's like, I'll fight Sean Duke, and then I'll fight both you guys. It happened.
Well, that's right. Eric actually found out the day we all got to Florida. We found out that Warren's passport was expired. He couldn't make it. Shout out to Warren. Eventually fixed his passport, came to Border Wars 2, and kind of gave Matt an ass whooping. But, you know, he earned his respect. He earned respect by at least showing face and showing that, you know, the passport issue was a mistake. But that's what caused Eric Cruz to have a total switch of opponent last minute. Still come through. You know, second time around, more of the same. No definite opponent till the very end. So, like any human being, I won't even say fighter, like any human being, he didn't stay disciplined in camp. But we're talking about an Eric Cruz that's already 189, 4 months out. This man can eat all protein now. Jose needs to be worried. Not to mention, I've trained, sparred. I've trained in Eric Cruz's gym. His gym can push him. It can push him. They do these cardio training in the beginning, bro. It's no bullshit. His gym can push him to so that he can be, you know, optimum at that level. And then there's plenty of sparring. The problem is there's a lot of Muay Thai type of sparring. But
Muay Thai boxing.
Yeah, a lot of Thai boxing and shit. People barefoot, but you know, you take what you can get.
But at this level, that's useful. That is still vastly
very useful. He don't have to get kicked.
I sparred a guy in his gym that looked like the Charlos. That would be great for him because he was very, you know, light on his feet, jabbed a lot, moved well, and that's what Jose is. But we're going back to Cruz. That's our main event, Cruz and Jose. That's why we're talking about it so much. We no longer have casual fan, which is Enrique Church taking on Chris.
I can't believe that, bro.
Chris Garcia got the win over Santiago in Florida. Excuse me, in LA.
Can I get a boo soundbite for Enrique?
And he is 1-0. He's a Canadian heavyweight. He is the brother of Eric Garcia, but we have a great replacement fight. Great replacement fight. Team Texas standing the fuck up. Now here's how we start. Hold on, because I know I've been talking a lot, but
shout out to Team Texas, baby.
Our boxing world is so similar to the real boxing world that it's funny to me. I'm actually loving this internally because, you know, Marvin the Tank Freeman had been called all sorts of cowards and ducks in the media. In our own version of the media, we have a little secret Border Wars private chat where, you know, we discuss so many things Border Wars. And in there, you know, he's got an emoji after emoji for duck. Now, is there some truth to that, Matt?
That he's a duck? That he's ducking people?
That he avoided some fights, that he ducked? I mean, because this is coming from obviously Team Canada. The captain, Jose, who eventually set him up with a fight with his new up-and-coming heavyweight, Chris El Natural, which stands for the natural, and he showed he was a natural. He showed he was a natural.
Obviously, the only options on the table for Marvin was an Aaron Cantor rematch, which I thought really did nothing for him. I'll be completely honest. If I'm putting on my promoter hat, if I'm in Marvin's camp, I'm telling him, you don't need to fight Aaron Cantor again. You already beat him, and you beat him kind of convincingly. The other fight was Lioness, and the other fight was now it's going to be Chris. So the only real thing you can say is that he ducked you for Chris, but Chris is really good. Like, Chris can probably give you.
No, I think he was offered another fight outside of Aaron.
What was that? I don't remember.
Yeah, he was offered Doomsday before Doomsday was ending up fighting Jared.
That's right, but I don't think Doomy wanted that. Like, he didn't seem receptive to that.
I think another one. Let me see if Jose hit me on the bat phone, because Jose was the antagonist in this, so he would know.
Again,
yeah, they were trying to push him.
I don't have the complete information about the contract and what was negotiated, but Marvin versus Chris is a good fight. That cannot be understated. That is a really good fight.
No, that is technically. I don't know. I mean, it's really.
That could be an eliminator.
Well,
you know what?
Well, it definitely can be an eliminator, but it's actually for a vacant title. I'm being told it may be for the good old WBA.
Heavyweight belt.
Yeah, it might be for the WBA.
What's the weight? What's the weight on this?
It's a heavyweight fight, baby. That's why I'm wearing my.
So no, but are we capping any of the weight? I mean, super heavyweight. What is he coming in on? 240.
No thing as a super heavyweight.
I mean,
but Chris, the gentleman that he is Canadian. He is willing to do a catch weight.
At what weight did he come in last time? Like 240 something, right?
Yeah, and he's only going to continue to get in shape. Remember, his wife or girlfriend is like she's something. She works out.
Marvin's
okay. I'm getting messages here, and he says he ducked. He says allegedly he ducked Enrique, he ducked Doomsday, he ducked Alex El Cubano, he ducked Ness, and then he was offered Chris and took that. Oh, and Aaron, and then took that fight. Is what Jose is saying, but Jose's supposed to say that. He's the other side's promoter and the team captain.
Jose is on the line if you want to go to him.
We will go to the callers. You can call in 1-425-569-5241 if you got any questions, Border Wars. If you've watched any of the other fights, or if you're part of the show and you want to just let the world know something about you. But we still got a couple other things to cover before we can go out. Just wrapping it up on the Chris Garcia. I mean, in terms of I don't know if any other fight can really argue for co-main event status, but I'm really excited for this one because Chris Garcia is not your average heavyweight. He really does let his hands go.
Yeah, he was light on his feet, surprisingly. Light on his feet.
Now Marvin is a brawler though. Marvin throws big right hands, so we got to see how Chris reacts when he gets hit.
I don't know, man. I think Marvin's
with that tank because that's Marvin's name.
Marvin's gonna be coming with some fucking steam on those punches. Kudos to Santiago being able to give up that type of weight advantage, height advantage, and all that. But Marvin's gonna come in there a little more aggressive, which I think Santiago's gonna come in a little more aggressive probably on his next fight. But Marvin, he's gonna be kind of shorter, and he's gonna be actually arm length wise in the deficit right there. I think if Garcia is able to keep him at bay with a jab, Marvin's gonna have some trouble. Marvin's gonna have some trouble.
I've seen Marvin be kept at bay with a jab, Matt.
Shortly in that fight with Cantu. That's what worries me.
Yeah, but Cantu's also a much bigger, in terms of height, in terms of reach.
And athletic. Different types of athleticism for Cantu.
Also, I want to say this. It should 100% be the co-main event because then we have a Canadian versus Texas double headliner.
Ooh, truly going back to the essence of Border Wars.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a throwback move there. So I motion for that, and I think the committee, the TBV committee, will probably.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know because we have a really good fight that we haven't even touched on yet, and it is time. Which could obviously steal main event status. I know unifications take precedence over everything, but I'm being told this is also for a vacant title. Anthony, Queen City Cobra, Edward, hailing from Cincinnati.
Damn, the Cobra strikes again, going up against the Cuzzo.
Taking on Elias, the Lioness. In what I'm being told is another vacant title at 165-pound catch weight. I mean, this can possibly steal the night. Anthony Edwards, the Cobra himself, is the only man in that division to score a highlight real knockout. I mean, what do you guys think about this matchup?
That was a knockout.
Excuse me, knockdown. Excuse me, Eric Garcia. That was no, no sarcasm there. Simple mistake.
Eric popped up like Tigger.
But what do you guys think about this matchup? Should we go to Doomsday first, being as though he has?
I cornered Anthony the Cobra, and I've
Obviously, you're related to Elias.
You know, yeah, and I've seen Elias fight, and you know, I've seen him against guys like, you know,
he's shorter though. I think.
Yeah, you look. I'm not gonna sit here and just, you know, show nepotism and just say how, you know, Elias is gonna kill Anthony and like that. I'm actually looking forward to this fight. I think this is going to be a good fight just because of the height difference and the length difference that Anthony's going to put on to Elias. Is going to create some difficulty for Elias. We've seen Elias fight taller guys, Ness. We've seen him fight guys that are a little lengthier. And, you know, if Cobra is able to use that jab and really, really, really work on his distance, he'll be able to nullify a few of the things that my cousin Elias Lioness can bring to the table. Now, Ness, we all know Elias Lioness. You know, he has a good punch, and he definitely.
Well, I've never seen him put nobody down.
Well, I've seen it in sparring. You probably never seen it in the
Yo, sparring is when
Hey, listen, a fight is a fight. No, you're right. You're right. I never seen him put nobody down with a face shot. With a body shot, I have seen it.
Yo, but I've actually been to his live fights. So, you know, I know he could be outboxed. Now, what I'll say is Anthony Edwards is definitely more on the Bradley side in terms of physique. While Elias, not that has your gene at all. He's in great shape. He's fought as low as 152. But he's still leaner.
What you talking about, Willis?
Yeah, I think that the power still lies on the Cincinnati Cobra just due to the overall sheer mass of the man.
The only thing I can see that really is like the kryptonite for Anthony is that he gets a little bit sloppy at times. He overextends himself quite often. He gets off balance.
No. Use the right term. You know he gets Deontay Wilder.
Yo, he does. He definitely does, but not to the point where he's like hitting with his like palms. You know, I don't see that. I see him getting too wild.
Are you speaking of Cobra, man?
Yes. Elias,
I can agree to a certain extent. Yeah.
Elias to me is a little more methodical and a little more fundamental. He just is. He's way more fundamental. He's a little more under his base, so to speak, his foundation when he throws. I think Elias should be the slight favorite in the fight.
I think, whoa. Let me jump in real quick
wait. Let me just throw this piece of information so you can chew on this and give us your thoughts as well. How is he the favorite? He hasn't had a fight.
There you go.
Sparred in over.
Just what I was gonna say. First of
all, he hasn't sparred in over a year, and he hasn't fought since he lost.
He sparred last year. There's video of it on Patreon.
Yeah, it's over a year ago.
True, but now he has a training camp. Anthony just had surgery.
Definitely is.
Yo, Anthony had fucking blow your nose surgery, not I'm hurt surgery.
But he can't spar for a couple months right now.
Really?
I believe so. Yeah, like
I would assume too. If they're fucking with your nose, they don't want you having that shit hit.
I'm pretty sure.
We got both fighters on the line. We do have both fighters on the line, so we will get their thoughts on each other's fights. Most of our fighters have showed up. Like we said, this season Border Wars is going to be way more on point, and everyone should be happy. If you're just tuning in, like we said, this season we should have uniforms, you know, and it's looking like we may be sponsored with some equipment, so you guys may be able to have some brand new gloves and headgear on for this particular matchup. Plus, we're getting officials, which helps it all out. Are there any other fights we need to touch on?
I mean, I was gonna say something, but you kind of clarified that, you know, Elias not being active and, you know, not being in there as much as he should. So, Anthony, hey, listen, you went crazy the first time. It was a lot of excitement. It might have been, you know, it is your first time in the Border Wars, getting in there, you know, the crowd around you. I think that'll dumb down on the second go around. He'll be a little bit more methodical himself. We didn't talk about Adnan Torres and Joaquin Crespo because I don't.
Yeah, I think they're off. What we need to talk about is your opponent. So Jared, we don't. That's all we know. We just know he's 22 years old. I'm being told.
I still don't know. Jose would have to confirm
Jose's
that.
on the line. He is Canada's captain, so he'll confirm. We're gonna go 24. Go ahead.
Broke up a little bit there, Ness.
Oh, I'm gonna go with 22 for argument's sake.
You froze.
Yeah, Ness, you froze up, man.
Call you Frozy.
Really?
Call you Wi-Fi face.
Call you I freeze.
I am not on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that's definitely what it sounded like, though.
Damn.
How about your faces on Wi-Fi?
What were we talking about? Doomy's opponent. We need to see his footage of him. He looks like a tall guy, but we have no idea what he is.
Yeah, but I wanted to speak on that because for Doomsday, see, even Anthony Edwards, right? He may think to himself, man, I'm in a bit of a hard, wall and a rock. And
I'm in a hard place.
Yeah, what's
on the hard place between a rock and a corner?
Yeah, a rock and a hard place, or whatever the saying is. The point is, at least there's footage. For Doomsday, you're in that Nestor Gibbs versus Hasael, the fucking bulldog realm, where you're gonna enter and you're not gonna know what to expect.
We're gonna dub Hasael the bulldog.
I mean, what do we know of Jared? I'm being told he gets in with anyone. He's fearless.
Yeah.
Jose lies often.
Yes.
So we don't know what to expect.
Put him on the line. Let's see what the promoter Bobby.
All right. Well, first,
before we go to the call, I just want to talk about Adon versus Rokem Crespo.
Okay.
Because I do know Adon. He's one of my training partners. So
okay, didn't know that. He's a West Side, huh?
Yeah, which guy is that? That's Santiago's boy.
Yeah, you probably saw him at the barbecue even for the weigh-ins. I think he was there.
Oh, is that fight on?
I believe so. Yeah, he's been training. I think Wilkeem, it was in the chat. He said he's at the barbershop, so he can't call in right now. But I mean, that fight seems like it's on. Adon.
All right. If Jose has it on there, then it's on there.
Adon, it's 180 too.
Adon is a hard hitter. Definitely crew. Definitely needs some time in the gym. But as what I've heard from Santiago and Fern, he's been in the gym a lot. He's been training a lot. He's been doing a lot of mitt work.
Gym rat.
Which he didn't do before. He was a guy that would, be in the gym with us and just put on the gloves and just
parlay.
But he always had that natural power. Hopefully with this months and months of training, the technique comes along. I have no idea what Wilkeem looks like. His opponent, we need to see some footage of him. But Adon has some power.
Whoa. From the chat, Eric Cruz, also the Ring Magazine champ, who's going to be taking on Jose in a unification as our main event, says, I vouch for Joaquin Crespo.
Where's he from, Eric?
He said he's getting the KO. And I think we got, it might be Kareem. I mean, it might be him on the line here. I mean, Kareem and Joaquin, are they the same? I mean, Keem and Joaquin, they might be the same person. You got him as Keem from Florida. It might be the same person. I'm not sure. But we will start getting to our callers really quick. We're going to go out to our sponsors. The number 1-425-569-5241. I've seen quite a few of you asking how to sign up and, what is this all about? Hey, call in, ask all the questions you want. And if you want to add us on Skype, you just got to add Nestor Gibbs. That's NESTORGIBBS. We must be friends in order to be part of the conversation.
It is hard to continue developing new content and covering the sport as thorough as we do without contributions from loyal listeners like you. If you enjoyed listening to the Boxing Voice Radio and find it informative and entertaining, please consider making a donation.
We're going to go out to someone that I know has to be excited. This is now season 3. He's 2-0. He's in a unification match. He's in the best shape of his life. I'm pretty sure his wife is excited to be standing next to him looking in the shape that he is. And you're going into the biggest fight of your career here on Border Wars, season 3. Jose El Loco Sands, talk to us, brother. Just first start with your fight before we take you into promoter realm, and you have to put that promoter's hat. I need you to be Jose El Loco Sands right now, the 2-0 fighter, the WBC champ. Talk to us.
Will do, boys. Will do. First of all, good afternoon, good morning to all you guys. Hope you guys are doing well. You know what, man? The truth is this, man. That I am the Mayweather of this promotion, man. Everybody wants to see me lose at any cost. Everyone wants to see me down on the ground. They want to see me out. Everyone was happy when I got you know, that cheap shot thrown my way and you know, almost suffered a devastating concussion. You know, people want me to stay on the sidelines. No one wants me back. But you know what? I gotta redeem myself. I gotta get in the ring and I gotta show what I'm made of, man. And Cruz is the guy. Yeah, he beat my coach and he beat my brother-in-law, right? So this fight is personal, man. You know, Cruz is a gentleman. Cruz is a family man. You know, Cruz is a guy I respect lots. But come fight, will be nothing but animosity and absolute hatred for 6 minutes, man. That's the truth on his behalf and on mine, right? So we're gonna go all out. We're gonna give everything we got. And I'm just excited that, you know, Classic Fight Shop is going to be part of the sponsorship for this event. That way Cruz will actually look professional, not wearing that oversized sloppy T-shirt that he always wears when he fights, you know. We're going to make even Cruz look good for a little bit. He'll look worthy. He'll look worthy to fight against a guy probably wearing zebra print or snake print shorts.
Damn.
Crocodile boots. I don't know, but El Loco's gonna bring.
Damn, so you're influenced by Mayweather with the animal print. Is either Mayweather influence or a Danny Garcia influence?
He Tank Abbott right now.
No, it's the Mayweather, man. You know, I'm a little bit on the older side, of course. Like you know, it's TBE, baby. That's who I am. You know, it's what I do. It's my brand, man. It's what I stand.
So you're self-proclaimed.
Everybody.
Wait a minute. So are you officially the self-proclaimed TBE of TBV?
You know it, baby. You know it, baby. I've been known to, like, you know, I gotta do what I gotta do. Like, just like Mayweather, baby. You know, that's my lifestyle.
So listen, talk to us about this fight, man. How do you see this playing out? You've seen this guy now twice, right? You've seen him twice. You've seen him take on, you know, someone at around 150 pounds, let's say. Then you've seen him go up to a guy 200 plus pounds, solid, maxim cover type of fucking model in your brother-in-law. But you've seen something, Jose. No one signs up to fight a puncher in Cruz for no reason. What was it? Besides this mumbo jumbo about it being personal because he beat your trainer and your brother-in-law, what did you see that says, we got this, we can take him?
You know what? That's a good point. And again, that's to my MO of being Mayweather. You know, Mayweather is a master at matchmaking. And this is another master matchmaker for me. You know, I'm picking the Conor McGregor, the fan favorite, the guy that's supposed to be the end-all be-all. But at the end of the day, this guy is just too simple for me, man. It's going to be an easy cakewalk, man. Easy. My easiest fight to date, and I'm going to get the most glory from it, man. So I'm happy.
Oh, my God. Does it sound like the Arturo Gotti speech, Matt? He sounds like, I'm an A+ fighter. He's a C+ minus. Oh, my God.
Yeah, he was going right now. So what you saying, that he's going to be too slow, too heavy on his feet for you?
Jose, but he's not heavy. He's not heavy anymore, Jose. He's officially 189. I got 90 seconds. I got proof. He's officially 189, bro.
Oh, yeah, which even works against him that much more. The only real thing he had was maybe size and girth and being able to, like, throw with a little bit of weight on it. But you know what? It's just too predictable, man. Like, you see those rockets launching from far away, man. Like, you know, he's launching those scuds, and I'm gonna knock him down with the Patriots.
I like the confidence, Jose.
Jose, let me get to Eric Cruz so we can make this an official live press conference, first press conference.
Real quick, just shout out to
not press conference. It's definitely a what's it called? A conference call.
Yeah. Real quick before we go in there, shout out to Ohio Runs Boxing. Says been listening to the show for 5 years now. Power up. And shout out to Dennis JFT. 5 towards the Broner camp life. Also, I want to visit you at Border Wars. If allowed, I'll drive down.
Hey, for anybody that wants to visit, stay in touch. We may have what's called some booster opportunities, right? That's what they used to do back in school, right? You pay for a little booster. And it's kind of like your own sponsorship towards the event, ensuring that it gets made, which can probably land you a first class seat and or you know, we may feel that you're capable of being one of our officials. We don't know. We don't know. But what we do know is that we got to give another shout out to Chris Camijo. Shout out to TBB for giving boxing fans the ability to go from boxing spectator to boxing participant. No one doing what TBB doing, pound for pound, podcasters. All right, Jose, we're going to go back to you because now we're going to go to your opponent, Eric, son of God Cruz, hailing from Dallas, well, actually, Irving, Texas. Son of God, what's going on, my friend? Happy to have you, the reigning, defending Ring Magazine champion at 189 already. Cruz, you're more serious than ever.
Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Ness, Matt, and Doomsday? Yeah, man, I'm at 189, and it's been easy. I heard Doomsday kind of talking about it before the show, how it was going to be hard, but I haven't even gone like to the boxing gym in like the past 3 or 4 weeks, kind of doing some drills, and that has helped me lose the weight. So I'm not even.
Dude, that's Doomsday because he doesn't want to lose the weight, Cruz. So he's trying to give himself excuses as to why what you're doing won't work.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying if you start too early, you might peak too early. That's all I'm saying. I experienced it. I know that Eric, you know, lives a cleanly life. I know that for him, it wouldn't be a problem to really get into that discipline. But like I said, man, don't start too early, man.
Yeah, too many dark Guinnesses for Doomsday to lose that weight.
Nah, it's Modelo Negras, homie.
Anyway, getting back to the main event, Cruz, how does it feel to be main event?
It feels good. It feels even better to have an opponent that doesn't, you know, that's not going to drop out. Even though I kind of got a text earlier in the week, kind of seeming like that's what was going to happen. But I'm glad we got it sorted out, and yeah, that we're going to be the main event.
Oh, somebody was going to back up?
Nah. Listen, you could take it from me that Jose never had intentions of backing out. This was his game plan. Act like, hey guys, I'm no longer going to be in charge of Border Wars, so that this could happen, so that we could get things in motion. People could be on the email list. We could have the participants on the phone, and we could just get serious because there is a lot of money involved. It is a lot of training. You guys have to do this in between being fathers, you know, being, you know, workers at whatever job that you have. So we just wanted things to be serious, but he's absolutely 100 on point and training. He also sent me pictures. So believe me, he's preparing. But what do you think of him as a fighter? Because, you know, he came on here kind of saying the Mayweather thing, that he picked you. He's cherry picking you.
Well, if he picked me or if he didn't pick me, at the end of the day, I'm going to leave with his belt. So I don't know what that means.
You know, hey, Eric, you know, the panel and few, I mean, I don't know, maybe many, right? Think that you're not going to be mobile. You know, you're not going to be as agile.
Or think that you could be outboxed. Let's be honest.
What do you think about that? I mean, we referenced some of the fights that you had.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, Doomsday. This is not being rude to you. This is.
All right, you got the belt. You got the belt right now.
Gangsta mad at. I've seen Matt on Border Wars chat talking shit to Eric Cruz, acting as if Eric Cruz's accomplishments have been nothing but more than Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Mayweather, promotional, strategically picked fight.
Oh,
it is that, absolutely.
Strategically picked.
You fought a guy.
Eric, how you feeling about that?
Yo, so you don't think Cruz is a true champion?
Eric, you fought a guy that was 40 pounds lighter than you after he already fought, and then you fought a guy that had no skill and had a standing 8 count against him. So I mean,
and
you're saying Cruz is the weakest champion on TBV Border Wars. Are you trying to come out there?
I'm saying that's a Deontay Wilder resume right there.
Oh, he don't got no Luis Ortiz yet. He's not proven.
He does not have a Luis Ortiz yet.
Maybe Jose will be his Luis Ortiz, man.
No, Jose is like a Joseph Parker.
Jose's more mobile. Hey, shout out to J Mitch 25 on the super chat. I'm taking all belt bets that my
Max Boogie. Stop playing, B. This ain't no fucking Toys R Us belt. It's the real fucking deal, all right? And anybody that want it can sign up and get it.
Okay. Let me finish this real quick. I'm taking all bets that my guy Matt, Where's Waldo Hunter, gets his first W. Salute to the Boxing Voice family.
That is the killer name. Where's Waldo Hunter?
Thank you.
Yo, Mitch got his money on you though, Matt. What's up, man?
Yeah.
I'm always
Nah. We rebuilding Matt. We
rebuilding Matt. All right.
We're gonna bring him back slow, yo. Listen, we're gonna do a Jose Pedraza on Matt. He was meant to be champion, but he signed with a fucked up Suge Knight ass promotional company.
It was you. What do you mean?
No, it was not me.
Yes, it was.
No.
It was Don Ness.
No, first of all,
digressing.
No, because the truth needs to be before we go back to Cruz, the truth needs to be known that you, as a reckless, up and coming rookie that had some celebrity on social media, rushed into a bigger fight thinking you were Montana Love and didn't perform. That's what happened. After that, I took you under my wing and I got you the right fight. That opponent pulled out last minute. Okay? So after that, all I did as a good promoter was have you not fight like Cruz did last minute. I said, no, sit out.
No, you're right. No, you're right. Hey, Ness,
I fucking treated you as a star. I got you another title shot.
I treated you as a star. Ness, don't worry, relax. Hey, like I said, this is all jokes and bants, but you're a pretty decent promoter. You're like,
thank you,
Eric. We still got Eric on the line.
Yeah, we got Eric on the line, but
let me ask you something, Eric.
He went into my feelings right now.
Eric is confident.
Fight is fair.
Eric is confident as usual. I just want to ask Eric. Eric, did you have like an idea of when you were gonna finish the fight with Zach, or did you just kind of go into that fight like, I got this? And what's your difference between you going into the fight with Zach and now going into this fight with Jose? What's the difference in mentality?
Damn, you saying he Triple G carrying dudes?
Just saying, what's his mentality going on to this one? I mean, does he believe this is the biggest test of his Border Wars run?
That's a good question, Cruz. Who has more talent?
I just kind of between who?
Between all your opponents, who do you think is the more?
Give me 1 second, guys.
Oh, of course, I think Huracan had more skills, and he did move around. He did move it the first round. I know you guys were talking about that. Jose is going to try to box, and he's going to try to move. Huracan did that, and I cut off the ring, if you notice, in the first round. So I know how to do that. Like, yeah, I'm a brawler, but I know how to cut off the ring if that's what you're trying to do, trying to move the whole fight.
I don't know. Maybe I need to watch the fight again, but from what my recollection was, you were countering Angel Habib more than you were cutting.
You were countering more. Windmill-like, too. Windmill-like, too.
What was that, Chris?
And then I heard. Let me talk about the Zach fight, because I heard Matt talking about that I got a standing 8 count, or that Zach did pretty good versus me. But Zach didn't win a single round.
He knocked you down.
But in the round that he knocked him down, was that the end of the fight though? Did Cruz come back and stop him in that round?
No, because remember the fight was stopped in between rounds.
So how many rounds did it go, Cruz?
Only went 2.
So you got knocked down in the first round?
I got the standing 8.
So you did lose a round, Cruz. So you lost the first round,
no,
Cruz.
I knocked him down. No, after that punch that he got me, and then I got the standing 8. I knocked him down once, and then he got a standing 8 himself. So I didn't lose that round.
Oh, so the round was even. Unless he looked more dominant.
I knocked him down twice.
Oh, you got 2 knockdowns in the first fight? In the first round?
I don't remember that.
The first round, because he shot me. I was like, okay, he really wants to fight. So I got 2 knockdowns in the first round. And then on the second round,
hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, Cruz. So don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Let me just confirm that with the promoter. I want to put on Bobby Sands.
Yo,
Bobby Sands, promoter.
Bobby, man. You know.
Do you recall? No. Listen, I'm running the show here. This is a conference call. We're live. We need to know. Do you recall your fighter being knocked down twice in the first round?
under my recollection, I don't. I just honestly, I think Mitty was just a terrible ref all around. He didn't even give Cruz the proper 8. Notify us what was going on. There was too much confusion in the corner. You know what? I blame it all.
Jose, don't give me the Eddie Hearn fast talk. We don't accept that.
Yeah, Mitty saved your life. Okay.
We don't accept that Eddie Hearn fast talk. Just let me know, were there officially 2 knockdowns scored for Cruz
in the first round?
You know what? I can't recall it this time.
Oh, man. You're wasting air then. You're wasting air. Cruz. So, all right. Jose thinks he picked you. You got this in the bag. Give us a prediction, my friend, because we need you to turn around and put your hat on before we go to anyone else and give us a quick talk about your fighter that you introduced to Border Wars. And you have him as a 1-0 fighter. And now he's going up for a vacant title shot. So, you as well are doing your thing as a star fighter with his own promotional company.
Yeah, to give you a prediction between my fight and Jose, the way I'm training, I think I'm going to stop him. I told you in the last fight that I was going to stop Zach, and that's what I did, and that's what I'm going to do with Jose. And to give you a prediction.
Wait a minute. I
didn't know you said that about Zach.
Wait a minute. Let me dive into that a little bit more. The way that you're training, in which I'm already impressed. I can't believe, even though I can, and I do believe that it is possible, but it's amazing in a can't believe kind of way that you're at 189 already. Hopefully you inspire some of the other listeners and or future past participants and help them in their weight loss journey, because that is what Border Wars originated from. Cruz, just tell the world, how much did you weigh for Border Wars your first time, which would be Florida, right?
For Florida, I was at 192.
And then for your second season?
Second season, I was at 206.
Ooh, you gained weight. And now for this season,
I gained weight.
For this season, you're already at 189. Well, it took him some time to get disciplined, but this is what it's all about. That's why we do weight loss with boxing, because if you can't get it the first time, a couple shots to the head will make you learn that you need to be on diet. Cruz, I need you to turn around now and put your hat on as a promoter and just give us a few words about Marvin and the thought process behind taking on, Chris El Natural Garcia, who truly lives up to his ring name as The Natural, where, he had a great fight with Santiago and put on a show and got a stoppage. Did he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a stoppage. So, yeah, Cruz.
Chris, no, that went 3 rounds.
Oh, that went 3 rounds? It wasn't a stoppage?
They tried to make it, but I think the bell was already over. It was already over. I think they he asked Mitty, and then Mitty said yeah, but no, and then the round was over. I didn't really get a really confirmed what happened.
All right, but talk to us about taking the fight, Marvin versus Chris. Did you have anything to do with that as his promoter, or did Jose go behind your back and offer this fight to your fighter?
No, actually, Jose was a gentleman, and he approached me because Enrique dropped out, I guess, after the deadline had passed. So he approached me. I reached out to Marvin, and Marvin had kind of some things going on, but he was able to get that straightened out, and he secured the fight with Chris. So yeah, that has a green light, and Marvin is excited to go forward and take that fight. And yeah, we're gonna be. I just heard you say that it was gonna be a fight for a belt, so I guess we're coming back home with 3 belts in July.
Now, again, anything in his opponent that made you jump on this? Because according to the media and social media, Marvin had been offered a few fights that he turned down. What made you guys take this one? Or is any of what Jose is selling in terms of Marvin being offered multiple fights and turning down and essentially being a duck all fabrication and his attempt to, defame poor Marvin the Tank Freeman?
Yeah, everything that Jose was talking about is all fabrication. Marvin's work schedule wasn't working. It recently got changed. I think it was as of this week at the same time that Jose reached out to me, and that fight got made. So that's kind of how that happened.
Matt, you smell convenient?
Yeah, I do.
What?
I smell pussy.
Yo, they reached out to us for the Chris fight. We didn't reach out to him, so how can that be convenient?
Well, that's kind of the point. Say no until the right phone call's made.
No, but the deadline had already passed, so there was like no opportunity of, oh, we're gonna, get you signed up and try to get you an opponent.
That is true, Matt. He's taking
that happened anyways. What do you mean? Like the deadline is passed and he's still signed up. He's still now in the event. That still happened. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I think
obviously made an exception for Marvin to take on this fight, which he
Matt has something against Team Texas. Matt thinks Team Texas cherry picks.
No, it's not that. I think that somebody has to play devil's advocate. Let's just be honest here. Everyone strokes off Team Texas. I have to be devil's advocate here.
But you actually believe what you're saying, right?
Partially. No, not fully.
Yeah, that's the thing with you, Matt.
Partially. I partially believe it. Yeah, I think Marvin probably didn't want to face Aaron because he thinks there's nothing for that, which I don't blame him. I completely agree with that. He doesn't want to face Ness for some reason. He sparred Ness. He didn't do well. He got hit pretty hard in that sparring session from what we've seen in the video that's on patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. So I'm not surprised that Marvin's now seeing a guy that beat Santiago, who I think a lot of people are overlooking. So maybe he doesn't think that highly of Chris. Chris obviously is not like the athlete in terms of physique. Maybe Marvin thinks he can pressure him.
Oh man, I think he is an athlete.
No. I mean, in terms of like optics, like even you look more, of an athlete than Chris. And you're not in tremendous shape like an Anthony. Like it's the optics of it just look that way. Same reason why people are overlooking Santiago. People are overlooking Chris. I think Marvin may be overlooking Chris here. That's my opinion.
Cruz, how do you respond to that? We need to get to some other participants, but what do you think? Marvin overlooking Chris? He think this is easy title shot? Or is this just like Joseph Parker? Or is this just like Joseph Parker? The right fight at the right time for the right belt?
Yeah, I don't got nothing negative to say about Chris. He's pretty good. He's a good boxer. He moves good. Marvin's going to work hard, and he's going to get the win. I don't got to put, Chris down and make Marvin feel any better. He's just going to win.
Well, all right. Eric, son of God Cruz, thank you for calling in. Thank you for being part of Border Wars now for what is this is a third time. Wow. Okay. We got to get to his fighter. We're going to go out to Marvin the Tank Freeman. Marvin, I just want to first and foremost tell you that, whatever you may hear or have heard, it is part of promotion and build up. But as a man, first and foremost, I want to congratulate you on your newborn. Secondly, I want to say that I applaud you. Definitely applaud you for, in the midst of just having a newborn child, deciding that you will, while dubbing as a night shift worker, as a diesel mechanic, will still put in work necessary to bring this title back home and be a champ like your promoter / friend, Eric, son of God Cruz. I introduced to you Marvin the Tank Freeman. Talk to me, Marvin. What was the thought process, bro, behind taking this fight?
What's going on, fellas? Yeah, man, at first, obviously with work and the baby, it was kind of tough. But I got lucky. I got opportunity to move shifts. I was working midnight to 10:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna get a second shift position now. So I'm gonna have a little bit of time to work out in the mornings. So Chris came around, and I wanted to fight. I think it's gonna be a good fight. We're both pretty evenly matched. I believe he's like 5'11", 5'10", 5'11", and I'm 5'10", 5'11". He's a little heavier, I think, 240, and I was, during the fight, I was 214. Not gonna lie, I have gained some weight, about 10 pounds, but it's all good. We're gonna work down.
How much weight are you willing to give up, Marvin?
I mean, the whole process for Border Wars was for me to lose weight. As big as I've been was 250. Border Wars 2, I was 250, 214. Right now I'm sitting at 224.
Oh man.
I'm not sure. Haven't really thought about it.
Well, I mean, we seen you picking up truck chassis. I don't know. What are you doing? Weightlifting over there?
Nah, those are truck dollies. Actually, yeah, that's what goes on the back of the trailer to hook up two dollies together. I don't know. Y'all might see them on the UPS trucks.
Yeah, no, I saw them. I guess they connect trucks with those, right?
Chris, let's spice this thing up, man. Let's spice this thing up. What do you think about Matt saying that this is a cherry pick, that this is just another Eric Cruz tactic at, strategically getting he or his fighter the right fight at the right time?
Not a cherry pick. It's taking the less tough fight. But Chris is, like Marvin said, is a very good fight. Like, I'm not going to deny that. It's just not the hardest fight he could have took.
So wait a minute, Matt, are you trying to say that Marvin is doing?
Matt's trying to say Chris is easy.
Are you trying to say Marvin is doing Joseph Parker versus Anthony Joshua instead of Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder right now?
Oh,
nah, you can't even say that because he's trying to get a belt. He's trying to get a belt first, so the fight means something, right, Marvin? Tell him, Marvin.
Here's what he's doing. Here's what he's doing. He's trying to do a Mikey Garcia.
Ooh, so you saying Chris is Sergey Lipinets? Oh my God! No! Yo, listen, Marvin. Again, I think, and again, this is me being straight up, man. I think Chris is a great fight. I think Chris,
he is a great fight.
I didn't think. Listen, and I can't wait for Chris to hear the playback because, I ain't never expect him to look the way that he looked. That's why I respect him. I respect Zach. I respect Santiago because Zach improved. He's coming back. Santiago had a tough ass fight. He's coming back, and Chris was the one that had that tough fight with him, but he looked good, and he has good movement. I didn't expect that shit. After you fighting Aaron, I'm shocked that you want another guy that moves that way.
And you know what? Believe it or not, after he won his fight, I was like probably the first one after his crew congratulate him and whatnot. I was actually one of the first ones to went over there and congratulate him and say, hey, good fight. And I want to say I did tell him, hey, maybe we should go at it a couple rounds. But man, Chris is a good fighter, man. I ain't gonna take that away from him, and I think it's gonna be exciting. We're evenly matched all the way around. It's gonna be our second time on Border Wars, and why not?
Hey, man, listen, Tank. Thank you for calling in. Thank you for being on Border Wars again, man. It was a great experience. We're trying to make it a better one. We're gonna try and put together some packages so we can do some, kind of 24/7 all access. If you watch the last Border Wars that were directed by Mickey Caparelli, you can see there were a lot of home scenes. We're going to try and get a facility that can house a significant amount of us. I've already found one that does 10. Shit looks amazing. I know TBV continues to grow, and so does the production. We're going to go out to our next participant. You've been hearing his name back and forth. You've been hearing what sort of battle he put on and what sort of, actually, damn, before we go to him, I got to go to someone who needs to get out there. One of our new participants, Elias the Lioness, is going to be taking on his challenger, or should I say, well, yes, they're both challengers at this moment, because there is no belt that either have yet, but Anthony is on as well. Elias, I'm bringing you in first because I understand that you have a challenge to issue. Anthony, the more established fighter, I believe Anthony fights you were at the weigh-ins last fight, Doomsday. What was his weigh-in fight weight?
I think he weighed in at 160, if I'm not
100 and no, not Elias. I'm talking about Anthony.
Oh, I'm sorry. Anthony Cobra actually weighed in. I think it was a 169 point something, but 170 was the actual weight.
170. So I believe, Elias, you're trying to look for a catch weight. You don't want to fight at 170. What's going on, brother? Introduce yourself to the world. Those that may have not already seen you, putting in some work on TBV videos. Let them know who you are and what you plan on doing for Border Wars Season 3.
Yeah, how you doing? Shout out to all TBV, fight fans and everyone. I just wanted to say my name is Elias, Lioness. I'm Alex Doomsday little cousin. Well, basically, I got myself into a little pickle But yeah, this guy is a much bigger fighter. I never fought at this weight. You know, I definitely, you know, have been inactive for over about a year or maybe more, a little bit more. Just know, I'm not taking no shorts. Starting this Monday, I will start to train for this fight. I'm going all in only because he is the heavier, taller. You know, he got more advantage on me. So, you know, I got to take this guy serious. You know, I can't sleep on the guy. And, you know, I never do that anyway. So, you know, I'm actually, you know, going to start training and take everything serious and get to work. So, you know.
All right. Well, I hear you're going to take things serious.
I'll be the challenger.
Okay, keep going. I hear you. You're hot. Go for it. You be the challenger.
Yeah, I'll be the challenger, being so that he won the last fight. So I'll be the challenger coming into this fight. You know, I'm basically the new lion looking to claim his throne. That's all.
Man.
So, any added motivation now that the promoter Jose, aka Bobby Sands, says that this is going to be for a vacant title? I'm being told WBA, maybe. I don't know. Somebody's getting a WBA, somebody's getting an IBO or something like that. But yeah, there's a title on the line, or does that not even matter?
I mean, that just makes me even more, you know, focused. You know, that only motivates me more to be more focused for this fight. You know, like I said, I'm not sleeping on this guy. He's the heavier fighter. You know, I'm in his jungle right now. So, you know, I'm coming to claim my throne, and then hopefully from there, you know, I get back down. I will not be fighting at that weight after this fight. You know, I plan on getting lower like I used to be. You know, because.
Now, Elias, how tall are you, so that the public gets an idea of what physicality Anthony the Cobra is going to be dealing with? How tall are you?
I'm sorry, say that again.
How tall are you? About?
How tall am I?
Yeah,
I'm about 5'7".
About 5'7". Okay.
So listen, I mean, you've obviously been talking with a great deal of confidence, but I gotta ask you, you've watched the fight between Anthony Cincinnati Cobra Edwards versus, you know, Eric Babyface Garcia, and you seen the power. He put his man flat down. I mean, I'm a guy that has, you know, 2, technically 3 knockdowns, you know, 1 unofficial in Border Wars myself, but none of mine have looked as explosive as Anthony Edwards. I think he actually deserves probably an award, since this is a league in its infancy. That could definitely be knockout of season 2, or excuse me, knockdown of season 2. And I'm sure you've seen that. Are you not worried at all of his power?
Well, you know, all I can say is, you know, that I know that he's going to come and, you know, I think he's going to try to put me out. And I know that, like, you know, I'm not taking nothing away from Anthony the Cobra. You know, he can buckle his pants when he needs to. So, you know, that, like I said before, like, all I know is what I can do. I fight to win.
Well, Elias, I know you got plenty of things to do, man. I want to thank you for living up to your obligations as a Border Wars participant and as a true fighter. We can't wait to see this version of you when camp is all said and done and it's weigh-ins. Listen, if you want to give anyone your social media, I know you're on Instagram. If they want to follow you, maybe you're going to be doing some Instagram stories, showing them your early morning runs. Who knows? You can do that at this time. We got other participants to get to, but thank you again.
Man, thank you guys. Yeah, I got IG, Elias, the Lioness. You guys can follow me. Like, again, I appreciate you guys for having me on your show. And you know, I'm ready to give you guys, you know, a good show and, you know, fight of the night. And like I said, I want that title. And good luck to Anthony the Cobra. You know, train hard because, you know, we're going to get it in.
And
like a true champ, my friend. Thank you for calling in. Go ahead, Doomy.
No, cuz they just came in. So let's get ready to hit these.
So you buying pads knowing I already got pads. You just
no, I say you gotta understand. I got a lot of clients now that want me to train them.
Yeah,
So
you like wasting money.
No, these were I got them for $20.
Hey, Jimmy, did you buy any salads at the store as well?
No. But I could ask you if you bought any meat at the store.
I'm not the one with the fight coming up. I'm not the one with the fight coming up, homie.
Nah, bro, I'm gonna find you somebody down in Florida off the street. You gonna get in the ring.
Listen, we still got other participants to go. We got to go to the other half of this. What is this? This is being called the co-main event, or it's arguing for co-main event status, right? We don't know yet whether it's going to be Chris. Everyone loves heavyweights, or it's going to be Anthony Edwards coming back off of his magnificent win over Chris's brother, Eric Babyface. Was it Babyface just Assassin or just
Babyface Assassin?
I don't know. Oh, it was Babyface Assassin. But let's go out to the Cincinnati Cobra on Skype. Anthony, talk to me.
What up, man? Damn, I ain't even the king yet, and they coming for the crown. Gee.
It must have been them highlights you had. That's what it was.
Must be, man. Yeah, you was right earlier. You said Ness was trying to say, what was it? Stumpy 10 a rock in a hard place.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of. I'm thinking like, damn, I like those. I don't want to fight his cousin. Damn. But then all the other option was some dude. Shit. Jose said he was like 6'3". Was that Alex?
Yeah. Alex is actually on the phone with you. So we'll hear his response in a bit.
Definitely.
Yeah. I thought about it. I'm thinking like, well, hell, I got people that height to spar and shit, but I'm like, man, I ain't about to fight nobody 6'3". Fuck that.
So man, I mean, here we are. So how tall are you so that the world can get that tail of the tape on this conference call live for Border Wars Season 3? How tall are you? 5'9", and he's 5'7". And you know what, Elias is like I forget the name of that Eastern European fighter that Freddie Roach used to train. He fights with his back in a C, right? It's like he's cupped always. Elias is cupped, so his 5'7" is probably more like 5'5".
Yeah, it's like this, right?
Yeah, he's always like like his back is always like in the letter C. I mean, it's probably due to
there's a shell.
Yeah, probably due to him trying to be defensive, but he loses height right then and there. And then he's crouching down, probably lose another 2 inches there. You'll be the taller, bigger guy. Are you going to be Canelo in Mayweather, or are you going to be Canelo when he had his 155-pound personal division? Are you going to give Elias a 165-pound catch weight, or are you going to do it at your last weight of 169 on the scales?
Shit, that's a good question. I was hoping for 68, I guess, but I can see if I can get to 165. I'm not entirely sure. I mean, I probably could, but that'd be pushing it. But
I mean, given as though you've made the close to that weight already one time, and you've gotten a feel for what Border Wars and the scheduling and everything, you think that you making that way, it's going to present any problems to you at all, or do you think you got to kind of?
Well, I got my ear to the street, Doomy, and I heard he's only gained 10 pounds. Excuse me, 5.
Holy cow, that's good for you, man. You'll keep a lot of your strength.
And that's just another shot at Doomsday, Anthony. That's not a shot at you. That's a shot at Doomsday, who just said on this particular show, it's hard to maintain, and you've been able to do that by only gaining 5 measly pounds. Let me tell you, if you buy a $2 bag of sugar,
I think it was just kind of today-ish.
You know what it is with Ness?
No, you buy a $2 bag of sugar at the supermarket, it weighs 5 pounds. So tell Doomsday, get it together.
Ness forgets that how old are you, Anthony?
Oh, you know what I forget, Matt? Did he eat fucking Popeyes and
hold on. I don't want to hear none of that. Anthony, how old are you, Anthony? Anthony, how old are you?
Oh, Anthony's not as young as your nephew.
No, I just want to know how old he is so I can make a comparison here.
No, so you can add in age as a factor.
You see Ness always ranting about, I'm older. I'm facing these young. I'm old. I'm 35, boy. I'm 35. I get in there with anybody, young, old, whatever.
Let me tell you something.
I'm like Floyd. Line them up.
Let me tell you something. Let me give some snaps right now to my man Info Joe in LA, because before he signed up, I used to be like, Joe, man, get out of here. Like, yo, Ness, I'm 47. And that was until I faced me a young bull. I faced me a young bull. Shit, now I'm 38. I'm 38. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Anthony, hey, Cobra, I'm 38 and I'm the fucking A side. So I'm going to act as such. Fuck that.
Hey, yes, that's right. Shit.
Anthony, let me ask you something, bro. You know, I know that this is the first Border Wars matchup you've had and all that, you know, the crowd and all the excitement. Do you feel like you have to make adjustments based off your last fight going into this new fight? We've seen a little bit of, you know, they try to dub you Wilder, the windmill.
Yeah, a lot of that was because I was just so nervous, man. Because you know, being that the first time I ever did that, and then having the crowd, I wasn't really nervous about fighting. I was just nervous about the crowd, honestly. Like it was just kind of
something that a lot of the fighters for the first time who don't expect.
That's what you have experience over any new participants, bro. That spike in adrenaline, you cannot account for that. You know how many times people told me that? Countless, and it doesn't matter. You think that you have it under control until that fucking bell rings, bro.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. After the first round, I was all right, but then the second round, I started getting tired. But it was kind of funny because I knew that was going to happen just because I was so nervous. But I trained for that. Like it would be like these drills that we go through after we done tired ourselves out or after we sparred or something. Like when you bone tired, just force yourself to keep moving your arms. So even though I was tired, I will never get outworked. I know that.
Yeah, no.
This is gonna be. I mean, you might do it again. I think you guys might end up being fight of the night because, like what you just said, you're not gonna be outworked, and I know that. He thinks he has to do that just because he's the smaller man. He's coming in with that small man's complex. You know what I mean? So this is going to be a banger. Listen, I don't want to cut you short. Definitely let us know any predictions and also give us your prediction on what you think will be fight of the night, obviously excluding yourself, and give us any social media for those that are listening can follow you. If you're going to be posting anything, obviously, is that you on Instagram? Are you Corey Dillon on Instagram? That cannot be.
Yeah, man.
Why the fuck do you got two names, bro? I'm like, yo, is this Anthony or not?
It looked just like him, right?
Yeah.
Well, you know you can't.
He on the beach on that one.
I'm like, oh, is that Anthony?
Yeah, but you can't see the avatars on Instagram. Well, not the one he got. He's like on a beach on sand. It's like off. You know, you don't really know whose that is.
You see the hair, and I'm like, oh, that looks like Anthony's hair. I'm like,
yeah, it looks like, but the name says Corey fucking Dillon, dude. Change that today so that people know who you are. And give us your thoughts again on the prediction on the fight, and then who you think, excluding yourself, would be fight of the night.
Let's see this fight. I seen the one tape of Elias. He looks pretty good. Damn, it's hard to. I mean, what round do you want? You know.
Ooh! And you know what? You could definitely talk that greasy because they're sparring with Elias versus Mario Contreras, who is way smaller than you and obviously doesn't have the power you have. And you know, that was like back and forth. But that is sparring, and sparring is sparring. You know, that is. Oh, look at Doomsday all triggered over, his face is red. Yo!
I'm gonna go Ric Flair on this one.
The blood is boiling. My blood pressure's boiling, B.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you know what? I'm not saying otherwise. This is gonna be a good fight, and I'm gonna be totally unbiased right now. Simple fact that, you know, Cousins coming off the couch, long layoff, overweight. You know, he has so many negatives right now. He has so many negatives right now that he has to make to positives, and the amount of time that he has.
Yes, 5 months. Yes, 5 months.
120 fucking days is what he got. He got plenty of time.
Let's not forget. It's the same clan that's already had the built-in excuse. Oh, we talked to Mitty and his team, and they wanted me to go light.
Well, yeah, that's Doomsday. He's trying to get that 10 pound leeway.
Hey, listen, Jared
all night.
Jared,
come on, stop with the excuses. Win the fight or you don't.
Anyway, listen. So Anthony, fight of the night. What do you think?
Oh, you know that this new one with Marvin and Chris, man. I think that might be.
That might be good.
that's gonna be good. That's gonna be the fight of the night, I think. I mean, mine could be potentially, but exclude myself. I mean, shit, that's the fight that really stood out. I mean, but Eric and Jose, that'd be a pretty good fight. Oh gosh, I'm not sure. Between the two, I think the most explosive one is definitely gonna be Marvin and Chris. I'm like,
heavyweights.
Yeah, they're gonna be throwing bombs, bro. They're gonna be
Everybody loves heavyweights. Everybody loves heavyweights. Listen, Anthony, thank you for calling in. Thank you for being a Border Wars participant 2 seasons in a row, back-to-back seasons. Getting your first big win, coming back, taking on a challenge in there. Elias, Lioness, thank you again, brother. Hey, and you want to give out that social media? Or you want to?
Oh yeah. My Instagram is Corey Dillon 2828. It's a funny story behind it. Got it from high school. Facebook.
Yo, Matt killing you.
Never fails.
Yo, hey Matt, tell them what we tell the fighters in the real boxing world. Like, change that shit because nobody can find you as Corey Dillon. You fight as Anthony Edwards, the Cincinnati Cobra.
But yeah, my Facebook is my first Anthony Edwards, and then it's got a long ass middle name in there too. Corey Dillon's in that shit too. Because I ain't changed my Facebook in like 12 years, so
it's all gravy.
Yep, I'm ready.
Shit, man. Well, I can't wait for this fight to happen. Being as though you and Eric had the action-packed fight last time, I can't wait for this one. This is going to be a good one, man. I really, really, really think this is going to be probably one of the top 3 of the night. We have who else did we talk about besides
quick shout out to Eric Cruz in the super chat for Jose's future medical expenses. Thank you. I'm going to the next caller. Oh,
right. All right. So we got Santiago, and we got to get to Keem
and
Info Joe. All right, but I want to be fair to Alex from Cuba, living in Canada. That he may feel some type of way, right? Like, look, he was willing to fight Anthony Edwards at one, I don't know, maybe somewhere or some catch weight, right? But he's 6'3", he's Cuban, and he's a southpaw. Then he called Ness out. Young Ali. He said he'll come up to heavyweight and he'll fight Young Ali. And I haven't necessarily decided whether or not I'm taking it.
I smell pussy.
You smell A-side.
I'm
doing what all the Oscars and the Floyds, but this is what I'll tell you, Matt, because I feel like Tekashi right now on a hot seat, but I'm gonna do what he did to Charlemagne to you, right? And it goes like this: name one other champion without your sound buds. Name one other champion in boxing history that's ever faced an opponent after being champion that he does not know and there is absolutely no footage of. It's unheard of. So after speaking to my team, my Al Heyman, they told me either he produces legitimate, hold on a minute. My team said either he produces legitimate footage to properly diagnose, like every other champion in history has had the opportunity. Joshua will have plenty of footage of Wilder by the time they fight. He's had plenty of footage of Joseph Parker to watch. Vasile has had footage of Orlando Salido, etc., etc. So what the A-side, undefeated heavyweight champion of motherfucking TBV Border Wars is asking is to be treated fair. And you know who else said that?
Who?
And is undefeated?
Well, that's
retired undefeated. Floyd Mayweather said when everybody wanted Floyd to fight Pacquiao, he said, "I just want an even playing field, and that's all I want. That's all I want. I want an even playing field."
I understand you're on a rant. Now you asked for this footage, right? My commentator hat. Let me just ask you some questions. You asked for this footage. Did they not respond to you? Did they, did they say no? What happened? Did they actually send footage?
Well,
was it only like bag footage, not sparring footage? What was it?
There's been some negotiations. Like Anthony Joshua says, our teams have been in talking since December. And the truth is that there is also a doubt or question as to the authenticity of whatever will be sent. You know, because we've gone that route as a champion. We've been that route where we've been sent fake footage, hashtag fake news, and then we get in there and you ain't 38, you 24, you ain't got no hand wraps on, and you got a mid. No. Let me talk, because I'm not a commentator. I'm a fighter, because we're gonna bring on.
Hold on. I'm Jim Gray. I have the mic. Okay, so I'm gonna take it from you, fighter. Okay, hold up. We do know that your last fighter was not 38. He was in
21 or 22.
Let me finish, fighter.
That's the point. We didn't know that at first.
Fighter, you don't have the mic, fighter. You don't have the mic.
Hey, Jim, you never give me a fair shake, Jim. You never give me a shake. Man, fuck you. You don't know shit about boxing. You don't know shit about boxing. All right? Because
I kick your ass.
I'll tell you what else, okay? I'll tell you what else we didn't fucking know. We ain't fucking know, RIP, and I'm not trying to disrespect. Shout out to Hasael, because even going through something tragic in his life, I'm going to leave it there so that no one can try to say that I'm trying to use that as, anything. Even going through something tragic in his life, he still showed up. So he showed up as a fucking dog. I was set up like Eric Cruz said. I was set up. They want me to lose. Jose said, as a champion, y'all want me to lose. It's Ness. Y'all always hate on Ness. But guess what? I'm the best champion you got. I'm undefeated. I got this title, and I'm taking all comers on. People with muscles, people 10 years younger than me, it don't fucking matter. Just give me an even playing field. That's all I'm saying. Give me an even playing field. That's all I'm saying. Before I fucking drop this mic, man. Before I drop this mic and let you in, because I'm going to let you in and you're going to do your job. You're going to do your job.
Let me in, coach. Let me in, coach.
First off, your Wilderism, I don't know, what was it, tragically or no, that's actually correct. You said it's something weird. I need to go back and make that soundbite. But anyways, digressing. The idea of fake footage, we have not received ever fake footage. We've seen sparring that probably was not 100% most of the time. That's what it is. That's what
what I was sent of Hasael was nothing to what we got, okay? Thank God that I'm blessed with Deontay Wilder power, and I was able to come off with a fucking knockdown in the third round like true champions. Suffered adversity and came back. Bomb squad! That's fucking right. Hate me, but I'm the best champion TBV ever gonna have.
Ooh, he said ever gonna have. So that means that champion.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna fucking steal the show without fighting, okay? Because there's a unification belt going down on this fight. But anytime anybody want to fucking unify, all they got to do is eat. You know where to find me. Heavyweight. Come see me. All comers.
Anyways, digressing. Again, I think that I'm not going to say that you're ducking Alex from Canada/Cuba. I think it's completely in your right to say, I want to see footage first. And
mind you, he's 6'3", 190, so he's barely gonna make 200. He's gonna be fast. That's young. He's like 19 too.
Ness, I know you're amped. Relax. I'm supporting you here. Relax.
Coming from my head, Poe.
You know what it was? Ness was the Kodo. Haziel is the Margarito of TBV.
And here's the thing. I think if they have not sent that footage, then you shouldn't fight him. I have no issue with that. Like, I think it's ridiculous that Doomy agreed to this fight without seeing any footage of his opponent.
You know what it is, Matt? In the amateurs, we never get to see our guy.
But we can.
Amateurs fight on instinct.
But we can.
So I'm taking it like that. That's all I'm saying.
But we can hear, and I think it would be advantageous for a guy coming off a L to know who he's fighting.
No, I'm not arguing with that.
If I'm your promoter, I would not have agreed to this fight unless I saw footage.
No. As a promoter, yeah, you want to know a little bit about the guy and everything else. I mean, look.
See, let me step in as your promoter, because I don't know if Matt is trying to take secret shots as his commentator, not as a fighter. Because as a fighter, I believe Matthew the Hipster Hunter, the fighter, believes that Ness and TBV Promotions do a good job. But I'll step in to defend that comment, and then we'll go to Alex. Listen, Doomsday has nothing to worry about because I vouch 100% for Jose. Thus, Jose has been no matter what anyone has to say in any chat, Jose has been stand up from day one.
Except
He has only ever had his best intentions for TBV and its brand. You can say whatever you want about his fight. That has nothing to do with the brand. He was a fighter then. Just like when he comes on as a promoter, he has to take off his gloves, put on his hat.
That's
he
right.
lied about Angela Habib's amateur record. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, we did.
He said 11 and it was 5. That's not a bad lie. That's more like miscommunication.
I think all we
time. If I was like, hey, Doomy has twice the amount of amateur fights, that makes a difference.
Yeah, and then we find out he has twice less, like, you know, half of it. Like, dude, that's perfect. Like, stop it.
No, but I'm just saying, like, just say the guy has never lied. It's just
no, I know what you are. You are those guys that are like, oh, Floyd had an IV.
You know me, Ness. I don't give a fuck about the IV. I just like giving Jose tons of shit because it's easy.
All right. Well, let's give this guy an opportunity to come at me. Matt, lead this one because I might morph like Sherlock Holmes and Dr. Jekyll. I might fucking morph on the line depending on what this young whippersnapper says to the true.
He saw the.
So let me tell you something. No, because I get no fucking respect like Adrian Broner.
Respect.
I get no respect like Adrian Broner.
Yo, Matt, you hear this?
No, let me say my story. Let me say I get no respect because I
had the wife.
Yo, am I gonna get my dramatic exit or what? Damn.
Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, because on the real, I feel like Deontay Wilder on the real, like, yo, I beat Zach.
So
not knowing who he was, and
no, we did.
Physique tells a lot, you know. And then I scored 2 knockdowns, was robbed of one, scored 2 knockdowns. Then I come back, you know, because of guys like Matt, and I take on a young up and coming bull, and I feel like I legitimize myself by having a 3rd round come from behind knockout.
No, it was not a knockout. Whoa.
Excuse me. I keep, all show I've been making that mistake. I'm not trying to big myself. All day I've been making that mistake between knockout and knockdown.
And I'm just making sure the listener does not, keep.
Yeah, and I'm emphasizing it as well because I don't want anyone to be misled there. Excuse me. I meant 3rd round knockdown though, which got me the win. And I feel like I don't get no respect. I feel like every other champion though. Let me tell you, every other champion they got asterisks. Okay, Jose. He went down. People think he took a dive. Cruz, look at how you feel about his first fight. You call that a 60-pound weight advantage. Then you talking about, if I'm a fighter, if I'm talking as a fighter, he fucking beat my leftovers, okay? I'm Deontay Wilder right now. When I fight him, they bums. When someone else fight him, they fucking top 10, okay?
But let's all be fair here. We do not think Zach was all of a sudden top 10. So
no, I'm just saying, I'm doing my best impression of Deontay. Listen, it's entertainment too, baby. I mean,
I got it. Check you sometimes. And also I would say this: Eric finished him. You did not.
No, whoa. Opportunity as well.
Remember.
We had a way more professional ref.
Zach's corner called the fight.
Finished him. Those were my words. Am I wrong?
Zach's corner called the fight. He didn't get a stoppage.
He didn't get finished. That's a TKO. No, it's a different kind of stoppage.
Jose threw the towel in. Let me tell you something. Jose threw the towel in, and as a commentator, you and I can do a live fight chat. Because you could get Jose on the line. I have told Jose, yo, let Zach train with me. That fight shouldn't have been stopped. He had mega confidence in that fight. You know who put fear in his heart? Fucking Jose put fear in his heart because why? Jose is the one with fear. So let's hope that when the going gets tough between him and Cruz, he don't look to the corner to get this shit stopped. But look, let's stop. Let's bring in a Canadian stablemate of Jose. Before we do that, go ahead, Matt.
Cruz Zach was a Triple G Kell Brook sort of fight. So yeah, I still count that as a TKO.
All right. So, the point is, I'm the most legitimate champion. That's the bottom fucking line. Name another legitimate champion.
You have an asterisk.
Someone else got an asterisk. What's my asterisk?
Your last fight, which was arguable, was quite
crazy. My last fight was arguable, and Aaron Cantu consistently sends messages where his fighter never once says that any controversy. In fact, I showed Doomsday what he recently said. He wants the rematch, but you know, he didn't fucking make it. The same B-side bullshit he pulled last time. But anyway, let's go to Alex. Alex, what's your fighting name, buddy? You're fighting out of, you're Canadian, you know? I mean, give us your stats, because I don't know. Are you really a southpaw? I don't know. So many lies about you on social media and the media and the boxing world out there about how good or bad you are. What's going on? What is the real? Did you fall asleep?
Yo, dude, how are you so scared, man?
That's his opening statement.
How are you so scared, my dude? You had to do an hour before letting me in, talking nonsense. First of all, bro, you've been talking to me for a long time on WhatsApp. You know I'm for real, and you know I'm not 19, bro. My excuse for not having sparring footage and why I'm not there sparring with Jose is that I'm graduating as a chemical engineer. How could I do that at 19?
Damn, bro, awesome, bro. Chemical engineer.
You're 24. Wait. You're 24?
Yes. And
oh my God. Listen. As an A-side, baby, I just fought another 24 undefeated fighter. Now you want me to fight another 24-year-old undefeated fighter and still have commentators like Matthew Hunter, the commentator, not hipster, Matthew Hunter, the commentator, tell me that I'm not the most proven fucking champ. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. I never get a fair shake, Jim. You never give me a fair shake.
I smell Alex, let's get a little bit of your pedigree on the show. How tall are you? How much you weigh in?
You built up this monster that doesn't exist. He's not 19. He's not a southpaw. He's actually orthodox. I've been orthodox this whole time, bro. And I just sent you. If what you need is pictures, you little fag, I sent you like on Skype right now. You can see. I even sent you my Instagram. If you want, I sent you my Facebook. I send you my Facebook so you can see when I was fat, when I'm bigger, when I'm skinnier. So you can get all the stats. But I just can't believe this, man. How can you be so scared? You're turning everything down. But
Alex, give the public.
I have the right, Alex, you can't come on here and think that you're going to sound good. I have the right as a champion. Name one other champion that has defended his title versus a completely unknown, no footage. Nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. You're just Alex from Skype.
Raise your profile, Alex.
Raise your profile. Deontay Wilder. Raise your profile.
He say you still getting that step aside money.
You got plenty of time to pull out. I'm gonna be in Calgary in April 15th. So I'll be right there with Jose. We'll give you all the footage you want. I'll spar even Zach if he's there, or anybody that's there that you already seen. Whatever you want, bro. I'll give you whatever footage you want. And
yo, look at this picture on Instagram. This dude, yo, motherfucker, you as big as Zach, man. Yo, look at this shit. Yo, look at this back. Yo, you a fucking bodybuilder, yo. You see what I'm saying? Y'all want to see me lose? It's all good. It's all good. You want to see me lose? Good.
Let me see the bodybuilder pic. Hey, Alex, give the public your current pedigree. How tall are you? How much you weigh in? Have you been in at it?
6'3".
You're 6'3".
I've been as high as 206. Okay. But right now I'm 187, 188. I can get. I'm probably gonna come in at 196. But that's about it, man. You got 50 pounds on me, and you're scared. But check out this. This is how I prove to you you're a pussy. Jose can tell you this. The first time he told me, yo, Anthony Edwards, you want the fight? I replied in less than 5 minutes. I hadn't even look this guy up, nothing. Boom. Yes, right away. Boom. Check it out. Then he told me right away. I was like, yes, please. That's what I want. Give me Ness. And then now he told me that.
Alex, let me tell you why. Hold on a minute. Let me tell you why you're so fucking excited. Yes, give me Ness. You know why? You know why? Because you fucking seen tape of me. Not only have you seen 2 real fights with real pressure, with real adrenaline spike, you've seen dozens. Because the only pussy that ain't around here is me. And I've submitted enough. All right, it's true.
Whoa.
Matt. Slow down, Matt. Other than Matt, no one can compete with the amount of content I put out showing every single bit of exercise and training. I mean, you even get inside with my trainer to tell you and tease me in front of you. So don't give me that bullshit. You are very familiar with me. All you got to do is press fucking play. But I, on the other hand, don't know shit about your B-side ass that nobody fucking knows that if I beat you, you're just another fucking name on the resume. Okay?
In your lane.
Damn, he said promotionally, you the redheaded stepchild right now, Alex. So what is it? What is it that what gets Ali, young Ali?
You know what the fucking problem is? Other than Matt, there's not been another fucking A-side as smart as me. Nobody knows you, Poppy. You'll be lucky if I give you a shot and make you famous, okay? I'm the fucking Mayweather of Border Wars. I'm the Mayweather of Border Wars. I will do like fucking Anthony Joshua and freeze your fucking ass out because guess what? If I don't fight you now, I smell pussy. And then you fucking fight somebody else and people start saying, oh, Alex is good, and let's give him the fight. Guess what I'll do next? I could fucking fight Marvin or Chris Winner for a unification and nobody ain't gonna say shit. Nobody ain't gonna say shit. So let me tell you what you gotta do. You gotta kiss the motherfucking floor I walk on just like Deontay told Luis Ortiz. I'll give you a shot.
What you got to say about this fight that you really want to happen, Alex? What's gonna get the crowd going to put some pressure on young Ali to come off the throne and accept this fight?
Yo, if you want to let this dude talk, you better stop saying put pressure on the fucking A side. Nobody puts pressure on the A side.
Let me give you this news. Okay, right now I've been talking to Bobby Arum, Jose, and he's been taking care of me, and he told me right away. Yo, Adnan Torres apparently pulled out, and he told me, do you want to fight Wilkin Crespo? And I said, yes, right away. I'll go down to 180. I'll strip down 10 pounds and fight Wilkin Crespo.
Good. You know what? Build your fucking resume. Good. You taking my advice. You taking my advice. You building your fucking name up.
You dock me. Because you're docking me. Because you ain't fighting
listen,
nobody right now.
Let me tell you something. You know who you sound like? Look. Let me tell you who you sound like. You sound like motherfucking Jesse Vargas when he was chasing, Keith Thurman around, because everybody knows on the inside. I got a few injuries coming off of this tough fight. You know what I mean? So you want to call me out, and it's all good. But keep being like Jesse. Because guess what? 2 months might roll around. And the champ, he just might be out, giving Doomsday and Elias some fucking sparring, flying to Texas and giving Eric some sparring. Because remember, I'm the only motherfucker that's been around this whole 51 state sparring everybody on TBV, but I don't get no respect. It's all good. I'm gonna teach you.
Alex, we have no footage on you. I can't really say much about you. You sound confident with your words. But I can't really say much about you, Alex. Right now, you got to show the public something that'll even have us invested in wanting to see young Ali against you. I like the confidence, but it's not enough. We need to see exactly.
Everybody calls out AJ and Wilder, bro.
Yeah. We see it all the time.
What makes them different from the sea of women calling my name out because I'm the champ?
So I'm looking forward to seeing maybe some footage, maybe a little something. I mean, I don't know you, Alex. The public doesn't know you. We want to see what young Ali will be going up against if he does decide to kick up for this Border Wars event in July. So, Alex, we like the confidence, but you got to show us more, buddy.
Listen, there's an entire series. There's an entire series called something like Young Ali Camp Life, bro, where you see me train with everybody. So I'm going to be in shape. All you got to do is build your fucking name up. There's going to be tons of 24/7 style access that you can show all our listeners, all our Patreons, and have them forced to fight. You just train. You get your name up because nobody knows you. All they know is that I say you're fucking Cuban from Canada or whatever the fuck I say. But all I see now is I'm looking at your Instagram, buddy, and you ain't no motherfucking 190. Your back looking pretty big.
Dude, it's because I look big. I don't know, but I'm like,
hey, dude, you look big. Like that, this guy is more cut up.
So let me hold on. Let me interrupt real quick. You're saying that he's 195 pounds, Alex. You're looking to come into this fight.
Not the one that got a huge back. He's got the same BMI I got. 6'3", 187. Same BMI as Deontay Wilder.
Yo, let me
exactly same BMI.
Let me just go to this real quick. Let me just go to this shit. Look at this shit. Yo, they be trying to set me up. I'm the only. No one else.
Hold on. Let me get a better look at this.
Let me talk. Let me talk. No one else in Border Wars.
Hey, yo, what the hell? Yo, this guy.
No one else in Border Wars has ever fought two participants this in shape except Ness. That's all I'm saying. Just respect the fucking champ that you got.
That's a competitive. I mean, hey, listen, Alex. I don't know if you do bodybuilding. Do you do bodybuilding competitions at all?
You know what I mean?
You a bodybuilder. Say the truth. Say the truth.
I'm not a bodybuilder, man.
So do you do physique contest or what? Or you just do it for health?
Mexican meat.
For the girls, bro. I don't send dudes pictures. As you can see, my Instagram got like 5 pictures. I only got pictures for girls, bro. I don't send dudes pictures. What do you think I'm doing this for?
Yo, exactly. So you a little papi chulo. You ain't trying to lose. You trying to get a big time win. You trying to go back to Calgary with a belt.
Oh, it's fucking funny.
Hey, show us a little more about who you are, Alex, so the public can get excited about you, man. If not, Young Ali's gonna stay on his throne with that belt around his shoulder.
We don't know nothing about Alex besides that he on steroids. That's all we know.
I did boxing.
Oh yeah.
In boxing, in Cuba, you start boxing really early. I did boxing from 9 to 12.
Oh my God! You see, now the truth comes out. They trying to set me up.
And I stopped though, but I didn't box again, bro. I didn't box again for a long ass time, and now I started getting back in shape, and I'm gonna fucking do some shit. I only sparred one time when I was 18. I went back to sparring one time in Calgary, and I sparred this one dude who was 170 when I was 186. I fucking knocked him down, and I was still pretty good. Like he couldn't fucking touch me. So. But that's about it. I feel pretty good coming back. But like my defense still good. I still see the punches. I still like I have no problems. Like I thought I would be flinching because I hadn't seen punches since I was 12, but no way. I already got it back. I've been sparring the kickboxing guys at my school. We have a kickboxing.
So look at that. You fucking an athlete. You like Connor and shit.
And they're small. They're small. Like fucking.
Yo, listen, bro. We tired of hearing you talk. We tired of hearing you talk.
5'7".
Hold on. Slowly, he's revealing himself. He's revealing himself.
B-side. I'm a fucking A-side. We tired of hearing you talk. Build your fucking name up. Send some fucking footage over, and we're gonna holla at you, buddy. Give anybody
who was 170.
Bro, this guy's still calling.
Like half my punch, bro. You can't hit people who are 5'7" and 5'9" with all your punching power when you're over 6 foot tall. Are you stupid? See what I mean? I can't show you sparring against 5'9" dudes. I'm going to go to Calgary in April 15, and I'll show you real sparring with big guys with Jose in his gym.
All right. Well, we're going to be looking forward to that.
No, we'll be waiting for it, all right? We'll be waiting for it, but we won't be motherfucking sitting down like B-sides do, all right? So we'll see you later. We're going to get to some other participants. Thank you for, boosting my profile because no one knows you. You're using my name to get known. Stay in your lane. We're going to go out to Santiago, the silent killer, heavyweight, taking on Zach Mac Daddy Kramer. Like I told, a few others before they even spoke, I first and foremost want to give you, as a man, a huge congratulations and just like, you're a stand-up dude. You're coming back even after a loss where many will turn around, tuck their tail in, and they'll go. But you fell off the bike and you're getting back on it, and you're in a good fight, a winnable fight, and it's a named opponent because this guy's only been in title opportunities or title opportunities. This guy's a two-time title challenger. And some might say your most experienced fight till date. But Santiago, silent killer, man, talk to us and tell us what's going to be different and what's been going on with you since last Border Wars.
Hey, guys. Well, first and foremost, I'm very excited to be making a return to Border Wars. Look forward to going down to Fort Lauderdale, putting on a show for everybody against Zach. and hopefully everyone enjoys what is bound to be the new and improved Border Wars. Things that are going to be changing are me keeping my hands up a little bit better. I've been working on my defense more. My weight's pretty much been maintained ever since Border Wars ended. I've been averaging 215 to 218 on a good day, and pretty much just give it the same approach. Also, taking into account the fact that Zach is a different fighter altogether. He's not the same height as Chris. He's not gonna have the same weight advantage over me as Chris. So I have to prepare accordingly and appropriately for the fighter at hand.
Hey, real quick to interject. I'm sorry, Nessa. I just want to make sure that I don't know how emotionally attached you are to your current headgear, but please tell us that you have a new headgear or you've bought the string for the top of the headgear. Because I really felt, honestly, Santiago, that you could have.
Do me. He does.
Can I talk to him real quick? Because I feel like you could have done a lot better.
I'm his promoter, and I'm answering your question. He has a headgear.
Matt, stop trying to cut me off. Let me finish talking to
well, your question is 5 sentences long. When you
Matt, you're wasting time. Santiago, so if you're coming in with a different headgear or whatever, we're really happy for you because your eyesight was taken away from you various times because of that faulty. And I felt like some of the things that you might have gotten hit with, you wouldn't have gotten hit with if your eyesight would have been available to you. Love the body work. And what difference? You mentioned that he's a different type of opponent. What type of different adjustments are you making coming into this fight from what you know so far?
Well, obviously, Zach's been in Border Wars twice already. This is going to be his third time in. He's gotten better. We can all see that, and I expect him to be a different and better fighter come Border Wars 3. He has a high guard that I know is going to give me issues, so my plan is to work on that guard, wear it down, or keep it up and make him focus more on a high guard so that I can set up my body work and hopefully wear him down and get the win.
Now, Maddie's your promoter, right? And what sort of adjustments? What ticked you to pick Zach as an opponent?
Spice this motherfucker up over here because you know what I'm saying. Look, and Matt, do me a favor, fall back. Oh shit, Matt, you might threaten to leave because I said that. Nah, stop. Listen, Santiago, what I want to know is this. What do you think of this fight with Zach, first and foremost? Do you think this is a winnable fight for you?
Yes, I do think this is a winnable fight for me.
Stop right there. Stop right there. Because what I want to say is, I'm coming from Nesta Gibbs, the reporter. I'm doing some investigative journalism here. I'm probing right here. And I want to know, where do you stand with your promoter? Where's that relationship? Because this is a fight that Nesta Gibbs, the promoter, not the reporter, had tried to offer you maybe 2 seasons ago. As a promoter, Nestor was quoted believing that even though he was not your lead promoter, he felt that that was the most relevant and winnable fight for Santiago the Silent Killer at the time. And, your said promoter at the time chose not to want to do business with Nestor. And I understand. He probably wanted to do direct business with, Jose Bobby Sands and didn't appreciate, maybe he thought I was trying to get a cut in between. I don't know what the case may be, but what happened was you didn't fight Zach then when you could have, and now you got to come and fight him now. So I just want to know, where are you and Matt at? Is this like you're just waiting for your contract to wear out, or are you and Matt in a good place? And, regardless of win or lose, you're sticking with him and, whatever. I don't even know the name of his promotion. I don't think he's even registered the name yet, but
the Hippity Promotions.
No, it's TVV West. Come on, man. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right.
To answer your guys' questions, yes, me and Matt are in a good place. We have a good working relationship with them. We have an understanding. Matt always discusses these things with me beforehand and has made it clear that he will not do anything for me unless I give him the okay to say so.
Yep. Every decision Santiago and the team has made has been okayed by Santiago, just like any other promotional.
Santiago, so now you've watched Zach twice. He's coming off of back-to-back losses. You're coming off a loss yourself. But even with those 2 losses, some will say that he has more experience because of the caliber of fighter he's been in the ring with. But what do you see that now you still feel you can beat him after having watched him twice now perform under those lights?
The high guard. It's the high guard. I feel I can take advantage of the high guard that Zach has, because I feel that while he has improved as a fighter, the high guard is something that'll be a detriment to him, because I feel that sometimes he'll obscure his own vision.
And you feel like Zach can't change that in the time frame we have?
I feel that he will improve on it, but I feel that it may be a bad habit that may come back that I can take advantage of.
Well, after seeing Eric Cruz versus Zach, what kind of sort of things did you pick out from that fight that you can capitalize coming into this next Border Wars, Santiago?
Things to capitalize on are definitely combination shots. I have to throw more punches, increase my volume. Definitely keep that guard up so that Zach doesn't have an opportunity to punch back without risking a counter. And just setting up my body work and letting the body work be the difference between who wins and who loses this fight.
Now, why are you not weary of the power? I mean, obviously,
just gonna say that.
I was on record saying Zach is a heavy fucking hitter. He got a standing 8 on Eric Cruz. And you're not as agile as myself, the fighter, not the reporter, or as agile as, Eric Cruz, who even at that weight had proven to run 4+ miles daily. So, yeah, I mean, this is going to be like a slugfest, just like Chris. You guys are going to be there hitting each other is what I think, unless you're going to be like Joseph Parker, drop down in weight and become the more agile fighter, because we don't think Zach is the agile fighter. I think he's pretty flat-footed.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm not overlooking Zach's power either. I never overlooked Chris's power. Chris, as I've already gone on record as saying to him and to everyone on the show, is the second hardest person to have ever hit me. And I expect Zach to probably be up there with the people that have hit me the hardest. But at the same time, I feel that my chin will stand up to Zach's power. I wasn't really hurt when I got hit by Chris too much. I did look like I get staggered, but as you all know, when people were asking me, I didn't have a headache or anything. I was pretty coherent with what I was doing and what I was trying to do and everything.
And your headgear was deceiving.
Going to have to be yes, the headgear is retired, as Matt has already stated. I have a new headgear now, new Velcro and everything, so that shouldn't be an issue this go around. And like I said, all of it is just improvement, taking advantage of what I'm already working on, going forward, taking it up a level, and taking advantage of the perceived weaknesses that I can see in Zach.
Now, again, you're saying take advantage of the perceived weaknesses. Now, should you not even be thinking that? Should you be sounding like some of these elite level fighters that are expecting Zach to come in the best version of himself due to have lost 2 fights? Maybe in his eyes, this is a crossroads. Maybe in his eyes, this is a must win. Maybe in his eyes, he's saying, fuck that. No longer am I going to be the heel of Canada, Team Canada. I'm coming home with a scalp. His name is Silent Killer. He will be on my mantle.
Santiago, let me answer that as a promoter very quickly. One mistake we did make in the Chris fight is that we really only had one game plan. We thought the holes in Chris's style was so apparent that we only needed one game.
More like a trainer than a manager, my friend.
I'm both at this point. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Muhammad Ali act, manager, trainer, promoter. Holy smokes!
And
he got all of my head, son.
And obviously, the camp hasn't really fully started, even though Santiago's been training every week since the Border Wars 2 already. At this point, we've already started sparring as well months ago. But we have months and months to really dial in a few game plans and really, like you said, could we do Joseph Parker route? I don't know. We're going to look into that. Is this going to be a slugfest? And we're going to really focus on improving the defense on the inside. We could look at that. We're going to look at a lot of things to improve the tactics and the strategy of Santiago come this fight.
Yeah, because I mean, look, maybe Santiago, don't let this trainer, promoter, fighter, he wears so many hats. Don't let him be the only person that gives you game plan, because there's a standpoint.
It's not just
argument. Let me make my argument. There's an argument, not to say that I believe this, Zach, if you're listening, not to say I believe it, but there's an argument that could be made that Santiago is probably better suited to be on the inside and really test Zach's chin since he has a record of going down. So maybe take one to throw one. Mexican style, baby.
Yeah, no, for sure we're going to have different game plans. Matt is right when he says that we only had one game plan. And the other mistake we made was that we solely relied on the footage that we saw of Chris. So we assumed Chris only had one style. And as we all saw, Chris came to fight. So I am definitely looking at this as Zach is going to be the absolute best he's ever been. I definitely expect him to be a much better and improved fighter. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that I can't take advantage of some bad habits that still linger. As Apollo Creed once said, I'm going to drop him like a bad habit.
Oh.
Well, Santiago, I want you to know that because I love your confidence, because I love the fact that you're showing, anyone that used to be overweight or is overweight, let everyone know where you started at before you joined with Border Wars. How much did you weigh?
When I started Border Wars, I was the heaviest I'd ever been in my life, 251 pounds. And on the weigh-in day, I was 211.8.
Now, I know that some argue that might be light, but just remember, Brian Jennings is 211, 210. Or you can stay at that weight if you wanted to, so that you can be faster and you could turn that into muscle this time around. But I want to say, because I appreciate your courage to come back after a loss, and also Zach's courage to come back after multiple losses, we may be putting a title on the line for this belt. It will be negotiated. It won't be one of the more recognized sanctioning bodies, unfortunately. I think those are all taken at the moment, but it will be.
Shout out to the IBO. Let's go.
Because IBO is probably going to have to be like Anthony Edwards and Elias. That they're saying that's for a fight and for a belt, and so is the WB. I mean the Marvin and Chris fight. So we're not going to do multiple belts in multiple. It's only one strat. We're doing one face, one champion, one name.
That's not true. What do you mean? We have Marvin and Chris is for another belt in the heavyweight division, which you have.
But if we start giving every division a title, we're going to create the same mess we discuss podcast after podcast.
But Ness, you're the one that supports more of the mess with supporting the IBO being recognized as a major.
No, we're not. We're supporting. We're not. We're supporting. Listen to me. No, we're not. We're supporting our. Go ahead, soundbite, Happy Matt. We're supporting our participants. We're supporting Anthony Edwards, who deserves to be fighting for a title, and due to the small boxing realm, there's not enough titles or opponents. So
four in every division. There could be four in every division. We've talked about.
You got big bucks, all right? Because this belt that I'm trying to give your fucking fighter is being sponsored by our potential Border Wars sponsor, Classic Fight Shop belt. It will be a Classic Fight Shop belt given to the winners, Zach and Santiago. But we're still negotiating that. We shall see how that ends up. Listen, we got some callers we're going to get to. I want to get to really quick. Hey, Rob, don't hang up. I got to get to Info Joe first because he's on the line and it might already disconnect him since we've been fucking rocking out for so long.
It's the Info Joe.
This portion of the show we call In the Know, presented by my brother.
Yo, TBV, pound for pound, ain't nobody doing this shit. Love it. Hey, man, I'm super pumped. I'm excited, man. Shout out to all the Border Wars fighters, man. You guys have a lot of heart to stepping up to the plate, from fight critics to trying to live it. Yo, the Cruz and Jose fight, man, they should headline the card. That's a good style matchup. Boxer versus Brawler. And I can't wait to see all the rest of the footage of the training footage everybody is going to send in. Hey, man, I'm pumped. Hey, if I had any advice to give anybody, get in shape and run. I've seen a lot of fights came down to who got tired first, and that's who won. The person that didn't get tired first. So, If I had any advice, take this shit serious because these are punches. This ain't basketball. These are to the people who ain't never done this shit before. Take it serious. Train hard. One thing Jose gave me some advice before the couple of days before the fight. He told me that the energy, get in shape because right before the fight, man, this shit zaps all your energy before you even step in the ring. Just watch on all the other fighters and you actually getting in there. Half of that shit is gone. So train hard and run. And that's all I got, man. I'm proud of all of y'all, man. I know what you guys are getting into, and I know what it takes, man. Peace, my boxing brothers. And I can't wait. Hopefully I can make it down to Florida.
Joe, great call, man. If you can make it down, man, that would be great. You would serve as perfect official. You usually have been sound with your cards and your picks. I want to go out to someone that we have been trying to get on Border Wars for so long now, and it's just never been able to happen. This will be the second season he misses. It's a for sure headliner in my opinion, but as the days go by and you get to see less and less of him, his star power and notoriety decreases.
I mean, he's known as Duck Star. He's known as Duck Star now.
Yeah, you even know who I'm talking about, and there's no record of him being on the switchboard because he's actually calling in on Skype. But he's lost so much of his luster that we don't even have his intro to properly introduce him. We're talking about none other than Robert Ortiz, the lead drummer from Escape the Fate, and known in the Border Wars chat as Duck Star. Robert, what's up, bro?
Well, you know what? Fuck all you, because Ness, you lost that fight. Let's just get that out the way.
Oh,
Cruz, like a 130-pound fighter, dude. The guy's like 5'6". He's 200 pounds overweight, and
What?
Zach got beat by him. So you made a boring ass fight over a guy that lost to a 130-pound natural fighter. Like you shouldn't have that belt. That's a paper title. You own the fucking. This is a UFC of boxing. This is TBV. You bought that belt. It's bullshit. I called out Cruz. I went to Cruz's town, and he ducked me. There was nothing I could do about that. Business called. He's just lucky that they added that.
Yo, you remind me of Paul Spadafora, Matt.
His ass out.
He reminds me of Paul Spadafora. Remember how Paul Spadafora was living off the sparring footage with Floyd? Like he's still talking about going to Cruz's town and Cruz ducking him when Cruz is a pastor who also has a job, who also has 3 kids, and you have to tell him in advance that you're gonna spar him.
Wait, so when he has a real life, it's acceptable, but when I have a real life, I'm Duck Star. Fuck you, Matt. So it's just it's whatever. I'm here to call in.
Sign the fuck up.
Rob, hold on. You set the date, Rob. You set the date for Border Wars 2, Rob. You set it. You set the date, and then you duck the date. That's why we call you Duck Star. Okay.
Well, whatever, dude. That's why.
Yeah, whatever. You set the motherfucking date. What are you talking about?
I went to his town and he ducked me.
And you told him the day of. You told him the day of. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Hold on, Sean Porter. Hold on, Sean Porter, because that's what you sound like when Sean Porter went in. Excuse me. So, hold on, Danny Garcia. That's what you sound like when Sean Porter stepped in there and said, "Let's fight." You talking about let's spar? Cruz ain't gonna spar you in his town when nobody ain't watching. He wants glory. He wants to knock out the lead drummer of Escape the Fate, and you are scared and afraid to give anyone that opportunity. You talking about I lost a fight, bro? We've sparred before. We've sparred. Yo, we sparred before. You ain't even fight. No one. You don't want to let no one see what you can do.
You're 0-0. You're nothing.
Oh shit! I forgot about the day. Sorry, I have to work. When was he fucking gonna do it? I went to his town.
You set the date, then ducked it. What are you talking about?
A car the week before, and I was still calling him out. Didn't show up. So he has to do on the cameras and all this bullshit, but he don't want to man up. That's not even why I called. I'm calling to pick up Santiago. Love you, nice guy. Zach is gonna put you to sleep. It might be the first official knockout.
Stay in your lane.
of all the Border Wars.
Who you gonna let put you to sleep, punk?
Dude, Ness, you're boring. You should never even be on it. You're the fucking Rigando of boxing, dude. No one likes you, dude. Your style sucks. You complained, and your fight, the guy was just, he was taking it to you. He was actually trying to fight, and you complain, calling him a cheater.
Fight Ness. Then fight Ness.
Then fight me, punk. Fight me. You sparred me.
Dude,
yeah, exactly.
To watch that.
La, he's ducking.
Secondly, I'm 160.
Yo, get the fucking duck.
He's lying. He's lying.
Get the duck soundbite for this motherfucker.
Yeah,
How much you weigh right
now
now?
he's
How much you weigh
168,
right now?
Mr. 195. Every time we put a scale in front of him, he's 195.
I weigh
You're serious?
68 pounds.
You're serious?
Brother, you've been ducking real competition ever since we met you, bro. When me and you got in the ring, yes or no? Did you not say, yo, let's go light?
No, answer this, Ness. I'll answer.
Deflection.
Not say, don't be going all fast on me, Robert.
Yeah, I had to sandbag your ass. Yo, hey, yo, hey, remember, Rob? Remember, Rob, if I didn't say that, you were threatening not to spar with me. You had already sparred the smaller man. Hold on, you've already sparred the smaller man in Matt. You had already sparred the smaller man in your little best friend, fucking Bola de Grasa. And I was the only one sitting there with my gloves on, like, yo, you really not gonna give me a round? And you kept running around. So I said, all right, don't go light on me or whatever. I had to fool you into getting in there. You know it, and I know it.
Bigger than I thought you were. Like, get the fuck out of here.
So
dude.
Sign the fight. Sign the fight, punk. Sign the fight.
All right, let's do it.
Sign the fight. Sign the fight. We could stream it fucking live. This shit could be bigger than KSI and Paul Logan if you wanted to be.
I weigh 168 pounds right the fuck now. Let's do this.
Look at you. You ain't
Sign
the
up.
A side,
Don't be
dog.
fat.
You ain't the A side, and everybody knows it. You've ducked multiple
Neither
fights.
are you. You're the fucking Rigando of this shit.
You're a hater, bro. Yo, you got anything to add to the show
Spitting out
besides
the
the fact?
mouthpiece?
Let me ask you something. Do you got anything to add to the show besides the fact that you're not gonna fight?
I watch your fight every night, dude, so I could go to bed nice and early, dude.
I smell pussy.
Spitting out the mouthpiece.
Take the fight.
Spitting out the mouthpiece. First of all, why are you calling out someone 3 divisions below you?
Oh, so you're
That's
3 divisions
fucking
below me.
bullshit.
But he
Yo,
wants to
but
fit.
whenever the scale's there, he's 208 pounds.
I smell pussy.
You
I
know,
literally weigh 168 pounds.
yo,
right
fam.
now.
Once you finish up your call, nobody wants to. Like, we don't even know who you
I was
are
trying.
because you've
You
never
interrupted
fought.
me.
You've never fought. The world doesn't know
I
what you
called
look
as
like.
a spectator. I called as a spectator. I can't comment on a fight. I thought this was the voice of the people.
Spectate then. Spectate, you fucking spectator.
I tried. First of all,
Stay in your lane.
I'm glad he isn't a part of this card because it ruined the last 2 cards. Secondly, I think the Canadian Bacon can take it against Cruz, but Cruz is a sort of Chuck Liddell from those early years, tank epic guy. He likes the barroom brawl, but that movement from the Canadian Bacon.
Oh, that's
can
why
take
you
it,
ducked
dude.
him. That's why you didn't want that fight for a belt.
Oh my god! Work out. I tried. It didn't work out. Okay. And thirdly, I'm picking Zach well over Santiago. I think Santiago might go like completely unconscious on this one if you guys don't stop it before it's too late. I think Zach's due for some what do you call that? He's
You know what I hear?
he wants to.
You know what I hear, Rob? Twitter fingers.
Oh.
That's what I hear right now. Twitter fingers. You're gonna get up and do something for once?
Yes, I'm spectating. I'm commentating as a fan, Matthew. That's exactly correct. That's exactly what I'm doing. That's an astute observation.
I smell pussy.
Matt has balls. Matt has balls. He has no skills. So, he has no wins. Your record is worse than mine because you're actually in the negative. So, it is what it is, though. But, I got no losses on my
You've
record.
done nothing. I've gone up weight divisions twice. You've done
No, he literally
didn't
said
land
he
a
had a
punch on me.
record, Matt. He don't even got a record. What is he
Or
doing?
0 and 0. You mean 0. That's what you
I'm
mean.
0 and 0. You're 0 and 2. Like,
Yes, and I went up weight divisions twice. You've done nothing but duck. You've done nothing but run away from challenges. You have not accepted.
No, Matt. That's not what he's done. He's literally the definition of we finally got to see a real life keyboard warrior troll. The thing is, we never get to see him. That's all he's done.
here we go.
That's all he's done is be on his. All he's done is be on Border Wars chats YouTube's chats, Skype calls, but never ever fight, never ever put out footage, never do nothing, just not live up to anything.
Matt, how much do you weigh?
Me, 130 pounds, and I still sparred your ass.
130 pounds. Ness, how much do you weigh?
226. And remember,
Okay,
I got
so-
down to 215, and you still duck.
I'll round to 170. Okay, that's my weight right now. So Ness outweighs
Yo,
me
our
by
card is
56
full.
pounds.
Listen to me. Our card is
Ness-
full. So anything you're talking about other than
Ness-
fighting me at heavyweight, nobody
Ness-
cares.
Ness outweighs me by 56 pounds, right? And
No, that's not true. You were 190 pounds. You were 195 pounds in Vegas.
30 pounds. Yet Matt couldn't land a single punch on me. Like, and I was doing little.
Rob, that's factually untrue. Rob, that's factually untrue. Rob.
Well, he's saying that he's literally lighter, Matt. That's what he's trying to assume.
Hold on. Rob, you are lying. Because in Vegas, when we all sparred, you were 195 pounds. So you were only 20
That was back then. I weigh 170 right now.
talking about when we
Wait a minute, you just said
sparred. When I sparred you, you were 190 pounds. I was 130 pounds. What the fuck you talking about?
Matt, when you sparred him, he was 195.
What you talking about, fam?
68 right now.
You're a pussy. You were a straight duck. That's
Ooh,
all you are.
listen.
68.
Hey, Rob, wrap it up, Rob. We got to get to two more callers.
Been nuts,
Two more callers, two possible participants,
I'm
two
here
people
to
actually on the
call out
card.
the winner or the loser of the Duck versus Bacon. I'm here to officially call out the winner or loser. Hopefully, if nothing goes on, I should have the entire summer off through September. I just have like one show in South Africa, and hopefully I could join the next Border Wars. Good luck to everybody participating. I think Cruz versus Jose is a great main event.
Jose, listen to me.
Either way.
Unlike you, if you didn't know, Jose has already mapped out his career, and he said he would win versus Eric Cruz and unify, come back and get a tune-up versus Matt and smash him in Canada, and then come back and fight the winner of Eric Cruz and Elias, because not Eric Cruz, Anthony Edwards and Elias, because he said he would give Anthony Edwards a shot, but now Anthony Edwards is in a fight, which essentially comes down to like an eliminator, but there's actually talk of a title being on the line. So you are like Canadian Alex, bro. No one knows you. You got to build your resume.
We'll
you get no shot at a unified champion.
We'll see. But
let me jump in real quick because I haven't asked you any questions, Rob.
Of that fight, either or is good for me. They both belts, and to earn my shot at the title,
Rob, you're on air saying that you are going to be ready, willing, and available for the next Border Wars.
I'm saying,
why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
Say that again.
Highly probable. My last scheduled show right now is June the 1st. I probably have June 4th. I probably have a Mexico show in June 15th-ish. But from there up until September, I don't have a lot going on except for South Africa.
All right. So can we count on you for this next one? Because you've been teasing a lot of people with the challenges, and you've been saying a lot.
We want time on this guy. He never puts his name on a contract. Actually, he put his name on a contract and still voided, bro. This guy's the epitome of like Joan Guzman.
Next time I see Rob the rock star, I got to see him rocking out in the ring. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, I'm hoping so. With that said, I'm out. I'll be in your guys' neighborhood soon, so hopefully we can kick in, get some work in. Peace.
You and Alex, Cuban Alex, need to fight each other.
Word up, right?
Build your names off one another. Two nobodies. Let's go on out to Kareem in Florida.
Keem.
Excuse me, Keem in Florida. Is this Joaquim? Is this Joaquim who's part of the Border Wars?
Okay. Will Keem, yeah. Will
Keem.
Keem is that's my real name, my full name. But
my
I'm
God,
from Florida, man. Everybody shortens everything, so they always call me Keem. My whole
all right,
life.
so talk to us, man. You got to tell me all about you, man. Where are you hailing from? How old are you? What's the statistics, man? How tall? What's your experience?
Shit. Well, I'm from Florida, man. I live in Deltona, Florida. It's like 30 minutes from Orlando, 30 minutes from Daytona Beach, like right in between the two, man. I'm 28. I got 4 kids, man. I'm a father, you know what I'm saying? It works like everybody else, man. I don't have any real boxing experience, man. I've never been in like an officiated fight. All the boxing I've ever done in my life was just in the streets growing up, man, honestly. And I've gone to gyms and sparred and whatnot, but I never like been in a real, you know what I mean, a real boxing match with a real official, anything like that. So I consider myself to have no real boxing experience outside of you know, just like I said, since a kid, just boxing in the streets, man, for a long time. And you know, I got a little setup in my backyard. I hit the heavy bag, I hit the speed bag, and all that. So you know, that's
how old are you?
Garcia, I guess, man. I just be at the crib. I'm 28, man. I'm 28. Just turned 28 in February.
How old is your man?
I'm 5'10", man. I weigh 2.
Hold on a minute. How old is your man, Matt?
Well, I believe that we just had a caller say that he's not fighting anymore. So I don't know if that's happening. Didn't somebody call in saying that?
Santiago, is your boy fighting?
Trying to confirm that.
So I got word that his work says that he won't be approved for the month of July, so it looks like he won't be able to participate.
So we're gonna have to find someone else.
If we can. Tough news. Damn, King. This part of the fight game, though, you're gonna have to stay in shape, and in case we could get you a replacement.
It's all good, man.
Never know, man. Matt might come out of retirement.
Right, somebody that's 180 pounds. Nah, I'm good, man.
Damn, we're pulling the Lioness on this one.
Nah, I'm 200 right now, man.
That's why I left TBV Promotions.
Right now.
Oh wow! Well, Kim, you 200. Okay. Well, damn, man. I mean, look,
I'm 200 right now, man. I gotta lose 20 pounds.
When's the last time you was in the ring and you sparred?
Last time I sparred was like 2 weeks ago, man. But it wasn't in the ring. I sparred in my backyard. I got just some homeboys in my I sparred, dude. He's 6'4", 250, man. My boy. And you know my other boy, he's 6 foot, but he's skinny though. He's like
Joaquim. Actually, we got you a fight. Wilkeem, we do got you a fight. You're actually fighting Cuban Alex, the guy that's calling me out, but nobody's ever heard of him, and I'm treating him like I don't know. He's nobody.
Matter of fact, yeah, I just heard him on the phone.
So he's gonna try and make his name off of you.
He wanted to fight me.
Yeah, they're gonna fight you at 180.
Right?
Huh?
Okay. I'm down with that, man. They say he's 6'3", right?
Yeah. How tall are you?
5'10".
Yeah, but we seen that shit don't mean nothing. Ragaroo Regis Progress beat the brakes off in Dongo.
You give him that Tyson effect. He's done.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say, man. You know, I channel my inner Tyson. I'm not too worried about it, man. Like I said, I got spar my boy Bull, man. He's 6'5". He weighs about 240, 250. You know, so it's really no pressure to me, man.
Well, King, man, I mean, look, now you've heard everything about Alex and how much courage he has, how brashful he is. He's definitely outspoken, and he's looking to use you as a stepping stone. So I guess, damn, they really gonna put the pressure on me now. If Alex beats you in a great fight, it's going down.
Hey, well, listen, man. Yeah, one thing about it though, man, it ain't gonna go down easy either way. But you know, hey, I'm down, man.
All right. Well, listen, brother.
So if I beat him, do I get a shot at Ness? Do I get a shot at the title?
Hey, man, you're gonna have to come up to heavyweight. You're gonna have to come up to heavyweight. But I've sparred lighter people. Don't you worry about it.
26.
Yeah, whatever you. I mean, yes. Listen, whoever at heavyweight, I really don't care. The thing is, I want to at least have the respect
right now,
that all champions have, and all champions have the ability to see their fighters. Like, I need to see what y'all working with. But listen, King, let me get to some others. I know it was short, but we're trying to wrap this up. This has been in like a 4-hour conference call. I got Matt over there sending me evil messages with mad emojis. We got to get out to Donald. Also on the card, he's going to be taking on, who does Donald face? He takes on Angelo.
Angelo.
Huracan. You've actually gotten to see Angelo. Did you actually watch the fight with he and Cruz?
Yeah, I watched it.
I'm gonna watch it some more so I can sit down and watch it a little bit more closer. But yeah, I watched it. So I'm gonna be putting some footage and stuff out because I've been right now I'm working like nights at this job I got, so I go to the gym like only like a couple of days now. I used to go more like 5 days. Now it's only gonna be like 2 or 3 on my days off, But yeah, I'll be prepared. I'll get some footage. I'll show you guys some stuff and put some stuff out there. But yeah, I mean, I was trying to get in there like last time, and like how my work schedule was going, and like I said, I'm married, I got kids and stuff like that, so I can't just jump off into shit like that. But I was definitely trying to get into it. It's definitely gonna work this time because the way I see it is like I figure come out there to Florida, and I told my wife, I was like, we go out there to Florida. I said we can go like a couple of days early and do something before or after. And she was like, well, let's just go and then stay like a couple of days after because my birthday's in July anyway. So I'm like, we can make it, a double thing. Like, boom, go to the Border Awards to do the fight, then stay a couple of days after and hang out and enjoy ourselves and kind of celebrate my birthday early because my birthday is July 16th.
Celebrate your win, though. Don't you mean celebrate your win?
Yes! My win, my win and my birthday. Yeah, so,
See, that's just me trying to be a good promoter because I don't think Matt is trying to pick you up. You're supposed to be on West Coast promotion, but I don't see even Matt online. Yo, where's Matt at? No love for the West Coast fighter.
Ness, you keeping it lit though. Hey, Ness, you is keeping it lit. I was sitting back listening. I was like, damn, Ness, hold on, man, let me get this shit popping. Like, watch out, like, like jumping in and making it be lit, and that's good. I like that,
I know because Matt ain't ain't a real promoter. Matt is Bob Barron, man. I'm Eddie Hearn.
I'm not going to drive like an hour.
I think the guy that he fought last time, wasn't the guy heavier than him though? Like, wasn't the guy like 180 or something like that?
Yeah, he was heavier. That's what Matt complains about. Okay. Matt says that Cruz has been cherry picking from the beginning.
I mean, well, I think this is more of a better fight for me because I'm not that heavy. I mean, because even right now, if I get on a scale, I'm like 165, so I'm not that big, and then I'm gonna come down to make the 147. Plus, anyway, for me, when I'm like 160 something, when I get into good shape, I think a better way for me, like when I put on there, I put 147 and 154 because if I'm walking around like 165, I lose 10 or 15 pounds, which that's what I'm gonna lose anyway to get in good shape. So I think it's more fair for him. I'm not somebody who's gonna come in at like 180 because like my walk around weight is like 160, 165.
So how old are you though, Ronald?
I'm 35. I'll be 36 in July.
So we were saying that because of the age, they bring up my old age. They're going to bring up your old age. And, do you feel like you're the B side for this A side amateur coming from Canada with accolades? He just won in one of those Mayweather tournaments. Last year is what they say. I don't even know how true that is, but we'll find out. The point is,
he won a Mayweather tournament.
Yeah, that's what they say, bro.
You said he won a Mayweather. I mean, I don't know. I put it like this: the gym that I go to, like, it's probably only maybe 2 or 3 other guys that's like my age. But when I go to the gym, like, I'm always the oldest guy in there. Like, when I get in the ring,
let me get his promoter on because I bet you they were false advertising Mayweather's name there.
Hold on, I know what it was. It was a WBC. It was a WBC tournament in Vegas.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So it had nothing to do with Mayweather.
I mean, Mayweather could have been there with some of his guys, but I mean, it wasn't.
I also heard it was just a one-man tournament. It wasn't like brackets. Let's get the promoter on. Let's see what he can say. Mm-hmm. Hey, Mr. Bobby Sands, what's going on?
Hey, boys, what's going on? Donald, though, always the competitor, man. He didn't even blink, to be honest. Like, I've been talking to all the guys, and that's one thing I do want to credit, man. All these guys on Border Wars 3, man, bravest bunch of guys to date, man. No one's ever blinked. No one said no to nothing. Of course, outside of Ness, but outside of that,
and Matt, outside of Ness and Matt had the Warren rematch. He didn't want it. Matt,
hold up. No, I did not, Ness. I did not have the Warren rematch. I wanted that rematch, and you said no.
No. Jose said at the end.
Jose, the head commissioner said no.
You just made Matt go nuts.
The Warren rematch is on the table. I will take that right now. I'm going into camp right now. That's always been the
Jose, you want to give him Warren? Or that we'll save that for episode 2, Border Wars. We're gonna save that. We're gonna save that talk for episode 2.
Hey, Matt said like James DeGill, he'll take the rematch.
The thing though is Donald is stepping in the ring with Angelo.
Talking to the phone, Jose. Talking to the phone, Jose.
Talking to the phone, Jose.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm just saying Angelo is the most experienced boxer right now. Like even since Border Wars, which was the original one, was over a year ago. He obviously has his own gym, so he lives in the gym. He's fighting a whole lot more, and he's excited too, man, because he realizes the shine that this promotion got, and he wants to come and he wants to, show his best, right? So I mean, he's gonna bring everything he's got against Donald. Donald's like obviously like a wily veteran. He seems like he's kind of a gym rat there too. Loves being in the gym and sparring with the young guys. So I mean, it's a classic fight of just like aggressive youth versus
Huracan ducked.
The smart, wily veteran.
Huracan ducked. He ducked Elias at 154.
No, he didn't. I didn't even tell him. I thought about a lower weight fight, right? I mean, one thing you can't say is call the Canadians ducks, man. Like look at Shaggy, man. Shaggy's bringing it against Doomy, man. So. Again, Warren and Matt, we could talk about that offline, but I want to give Donald his shine. I just wanted to commend Donald on being a straight up, brave guy that he is, man. So like everybody else. So I'll let Donald talk.
Yeah. So like I was saying, in my gym, most of the time I'm like the oldest guy in there, and it's funny too because a lot of the guys in there that I spar with, they're really young and they do amateurs, and most of the guys are from anywhere from like 14 to like 20. And I know it was like one particular time this guy, he kind of picked me out and he wanted to spar with me. And I was in the gym with my daughter. So we got in the ring and we sparred. And then after we sparred, it was like, oh, you're pretty good, huh? And I was like, yeah. And then my daughter comes up to me and goes, hey, Dad, let me get some of your water. And then he's like, that's your daughter? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, whoa, wait, how old are you? I was like, I'm 35. And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I guess he maybe thought my daughter was my sister or something. He was really surprised. And then I was like, how old are you? He was like, oh, I'm 18. And I was like, oh, okay. And then you can see the look on his face. He was thinking like, damn, I'm sparring this 35-year-old, this old man. He's got a 14-year-old daughter. And, and I said, how old do you think I was? He said, I don't know, I thought you were like 21, 22 or something. I'm like, nah, I'm an old man. I'm 35. I was like, I'll be 36 in July. And then he was like, dang. And I know when he walked away, I know he was thinking like, this dude just gave me some work, and he's like almost 20 years, 15 years older than me. And I'm like, yeah, when I be in the gym, I always usually spar with younger guys. So with this, I think you guys said he's like 22. I mean, that doesn't faze me now because most of the time when I'm in the gym working, I'm always working with the younger guys, and a lot of the guys in our gym, some of them are. We actually have a couple of pros that are at like 130, 135, and they're all young. They all do amateur boxing and events, and most of the guys that I do spar with, they do have an amateur record. They're fighting in tournaments, they're fighting events and stuff like that. So I like to go.
So you're guaranteeing us you're guaranteeing us a good matchup.
I'm guaranteeing you a good matchup, and when you see me and when I get in there, you won't know that I'm 35, about to be 36. You'll probably think that I'm the same age as that guy. Yeah. I exercise a lot. I got a treadmill. I get on my treadmill. I hit the speed bag. I hit the puncher bag. I got weights. I do a lot of different elusive stuff to keep myself, up to speed and with movement and stuff like that. I actually usually fight a lot at southpaw, but I can fight orthodox and southpaw.
We got a Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, and I can give you a lot of different looks. So. When this fight
well, listen,
starts,
Donald, I don't want to cut you off. I need to get another look. We got one more caller. We've been rocking out for almost 4 hours. Here we're going to go to Randy. Randy, talk to me, brother.
Yeah, hold that. Give it to her. My fault. Hey, yo. I want to fight on July, bro. That's it. I don't give a fuck if it's what's it called, Doomsday's bum ass or Jared. I'll take both of them on the same night. You give me any type of bum. Y'all come into my city, and I'm planning on fucking somebody up.
Who is this weirdo?
It's the same guy from Instagram, but Ryan, you missed the deadline, bro. Why are you acting like
Then y'all gonna make me pull up over there. That's it. I'll pull up.
Yo, you gonna do a Tekashi 6ix9ine on him?
I'm doing with Tekashi. Y'all coming to my city, I plan on fucking somebody up.
You gonna get put out like Tekashi did in LA. Damn. Coming in here with that rah-rah shit, boy. Once you step in that square ring, all that talk shit go out the window. You gonna feel some heat.
Easy work. That's easy work. That's light work for me.
How much you weigh? Easy work.
That's easy work. That's
how much you weigh? Easy work.
With that shit.
How much you weigh? Easy work.
Right now, I'm at like 250. I'd have to drop.
Damn, he going for Ness's throne.
But hey, but that's I could do that. I could do that. That's why I know I'm a beast like that. That's what I'm saying. Y'all coming to my city? What's up? Y'all let me know. So
check it. Right, you 250 right now. This Border Wars series was initially put out for those guys that want to get into shape, girls and men alike, that are doing it through the love and the sport of boxing. So what's your target weight that you want to get down to?
What's up?
Say, what is the target weight that you're getting down to that you would like to be at?
Anywhere Doomsday want to fight at. That's it.
Then you got to get down to 185. Get down to 185 and fight me.
Yeah, look, Mitty put the hands on you. I'm gonna do the same thing.
Wait a minute. What's this guy's name? Ryan?
Yeah.
Randy. Oh, I was gonna say Ryan, you lying, but okay. Randy.
What's up, bro?
You hit like Mandy.
No, so you gonna make 185 for July? That's what you're saying?
185? He want to fight at 185?
That's what he already got to fight. You late, Poppy.
Yeah, if we would have.
Hey, listen to me. You know who you are? No. Hold on. Because you don't know boxing, obviously. You are fucking Richard Abril at the fucking Gamboa versus Brandon Rios press conference. Gamboa doesn't show up. Richard Brill comes out of nowhere making a bunch of noise. Nigga, you ain't got no fight sign. You knew the deadline. The website ain't changed. This our third season. You talking slick because you got a hole in your face. Ain't nobody impressed with funny words coming out your mouth. If you want to fight, and if he feels like entertaining it and pulling out of his already scheduled fight with someone that fucking signed up on time, then we could talk, but it would be at 185.
I love the energy though, Randy. I respect the energy.
What's the next Border Wars then? The one not after this. If I have to fly to Jersey to beat somebody's ass,
we don't know. You know, we do them.
Where you coming from?
He's in Florida already. We don't have any like set schedule. We do it as, you know, listen, a lot of our guys are not spring chickens, so we do it as everyone feels ready for it, Randy.
I got you. Then I'll stay tuned. I guess everybody ducking. Didn't somebody just pull out of a fight?
Yeah, and he already jumped on it. With Keem, Will Keem is from Florida as well.
Dude, y'all getting that last caller that was saying, "Oh, I'll be boxing in my backyard." Don't get that, boy. Y'all need a real motherfucker in there with that one Cuban dude.
Hey, yo, Randy, I gotta ask, Randy, do you got any experience whatsoever?
Hell yeah, he got experience. He ain't talking for nothing.
Hell yeah.
Okay, so give us a little bit about your pedigree so people can start getting to know you.
That weight in the process.
See, he got experience. How much experience you got?
Tons of it. That's what I was thinking about, getting somebody like Doomsday, somebody that got experience.
So how many amateur fights? How many amateur fights?
I never competed in the amateur. I never had that desire. We spoke about it.
Okay.
That desire, but right now, like ever since I started listening to y'all gave me that urge. Just get in there, and fuck somebody up again.
So what do you base your experience off of? You're saying tons
gym rat?
You just saying like in the street, like knocking people's out?
No, I'm talking about in the gym. I was in the gym for like 6-7 years. I was fucking niggas up. The only thing I wasn't really dedicated. I was always out in the streets and shit. I was never in the gym. I show up and shit just for the days that they spar. So that'd be like a Thursday or a Wednesday and shit. And I go in there, beat a motherfucker's ass, and go home.
Hey. How old are you?
21.
Oh, you young. Holy shit.
I've been fucking just since I was like 14. That's lightweight.
I want to see you in the next Border Wars.
Yeah, man, we got to see you.
I like
Alex, Daddy. Listen, Randy, we got to go. But you another Alex, you know, we don't know you. You're making a lot of noise. What's some other fighters that always jump on the scene talking smack? You know what I'm saying? But you got to do more than just that. You got to be more than just a talker. We got to actually see you in action. Hopefully next time you don't prove to be a typical 21-year-old wet behind the ears and miss registration. You know, this is the real world. Sign up next time. Maybe you'll get a fight and you'll be able to prove something to the rest of us. But look, Blog Talk letting us know we're taking too damn long, Matt. That being said,
back to a live fight chat for Dylan White versus Lucas Brown. Telecast does start at 6 p.m. Eastern. I believe they're only showing the main event, so I believe the live fight chat should start around that time.
Yes, so that's when it's going to start. That being said, final thoughts. This is already more organized and definitely further. I don't know. This one is just better already. I'm already excited. There's a lot of fights. Like, I'm really excited for Marvin. Obviously, I'm excited because it's in my division. It's a possible unification. Who knows? I might end up going to Canada, get that. You know, Marvin might look so spectacular. We got to do it in his hometown. Who knows? Or Alex could look good enough to make the world say, no, fight Earl. Don't fight Keith. You know what I'm saying? Right? Don't fight Danny. Fight Earl. Maybe Alex, Cuban Alex from Canada ends up looking like the Earl Spencer this season. Who knows? Maybe Matt ends up coming back and taking main event status with rematch with Warren. Who knows? Would he quit the Marlboros? Nah, bro. I don't think he's quit.
Yeah, if you do that, that's what I smell right there. You fucking smoke those things like Jake LaMotta and you still kick someone's ass.
Like Jake LaMotta.
I don't know about all that. But let's I want to thank everybody that called in, everyone that signed up. You know, I'm hoping for a great season, and we're hoping to pull out all the stops, makes this one the best one. So I'm glad that those that signed up, you're lucky. You're in for a treat. I'm your host, Nesta Gibbs. Find me on Instagram and Twitter at NestGTL.
And I am Matt the Hipster Hunter. You can find me at Mixed Combat News on Twitter, Matt Hunter TBV on Instagram, MMA Podcast, Mixed Combat Radios on Patreon, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, etc. And of course, patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice. Yesterday I did an hour-plus solo show on Patreon, fielding all of your questions, all of your topics. So go check that out as well. And of course, Hipster's music reviews, Overtime, Untitled, some exclusive camp life footage that you may not see on the public end. So much to see. And of course, this is Border Wars. There's an entire playlist you can see on YouTube for free. You can't see some of the fights yet, but you can see some of the trailers, some of the highlights, and get a feel for it. And it's definitely going to be bigger.
Yeah, we will be putting out some stuff for free so people can see for sure.
And Maddie, you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
And I'm Alex_Doomsday_Lioness, Lainez on IG. On Facebook, it's Alexander Lioness, and on Twitter is Alex Lioness TBV. You can check out my channel, Doomsday Chronicles. Only have a couple of videos there, so bear with me. But make sure, for all those that tuned in that haven't been privy to what the Border Wars series is, go check out Patreon. There's free trailers on YouTube. Get a feel for what we're talking about. If this is the first time you tuning in and actually getting a whiff of this Border War series, initially brought up so that people coming off the couch can actually get into shape, lose some weight through the love of the sport, which is boxing. We have a great community. Come meet great people, make good friends, and you know, it's a hell of a good family to be a part of. I can tell you that. Always positive energies. Never no bullshit. And it's been a privilege in my part to be a part of this Border War series. And again, check out the Patreon platform, The Boxing Voice. Check us out, man.
We dropped Camp Life, Joseph Parker, Anthony Joshua. I'm ready for war. Head on over to patreon.com. Head on over to ThaBoxingVoice.com /videos, or right here on YouTube. Check it out. Playlist Camp Life. Beautiful documentary directed by Enrique Church, a.k.a. The Casual Fan. So, yo, we just did 3 hours. This is crazy. I'm out. Bye.
Hey, boy.